Why hello my friends, why hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm in a live stream, I always do that. Hope you're having a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. Today we're going to do some kinship stuff. We're going to do some epic battles, we're going to get some characters up, we're going to maybe do an instance, who knows. I doubt we haven't done it, I was gone on vacation last weekend, so we haven't done a stream in 2 weeks. So we'll see how many are here, but we might split it up too and have a little of both here. So, welcome everybody, welcome back. Alright. So I've got 3 people. It's a good start. At least it's not no people. We'll see if we can get a full group to do epic battles of 6. And then we might split up to do alternate characters as well. Alright, alright. Let's say hi to everybody there in the kinship chat. Cool, cool. Now today I'm thinking I'm going to try to get my Runekeeper to do some of the new, for the epic battles too. We are going to split up. We'll see. We can do some 3-mans. Again, the goal of this stream today is to do kinship stuff. But we'll still be entertaining for everyone watching later or here live. Of course. Got my nice tea here. Hope you guys have something nice to drink and relax. Got my little spot of honey green tea. Again, I know it's kind of inverted there, but alright. Ah, delicious. Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. I see everyone just popped on. Alright, so I need the music louder. Hopefully it's not unbalanced for you guys, but I can't hear it. There, that's better. A champion of Middle-earth. He looks pretty cool. Alrighty, you guys. So, let me give you some updates for people who are going to be watching this later, before they leave. If they're here just to see the beginning of this video later, or here for the stream. I'm going to finish up my vlog series of our trip to the Sierra Nevadas. I'm halfway there. I don't know, kind of combine the last 2 days, we'll see, but into a video. But I'm going to finish editing all that up. I saw some of you really like the fast times 2,000 speed of the trip. Now, that was just through the desert area getting to the mountains. We actually have some beautiful footage of the mountain areas and the valleys from the car cam too, so I might make a separate video of that, telling you guys things as I go. I noticed on the one I did, I actually was slightly off. I thought I would timed it right, but the volcano, I'm like, oh, there's a volcano coming up, and it like passed in the video, and I was like, oh well, no one's gonna, everyone will understand that was a volcano in the past. We were laughing, I was laughing about that. But we'll also be doing, hello, we finished the Golem game. I don't know if you saw that video come out this morning at the time of this stream. And I'm glad you liked it. My kinship is saying they liked that video. Yeah, so I am going to try to, the Golem game, I'm going to try to get the review done now. So I'm going to do 2 different reviews for the Golem game. I'm going to make a fast one that just gives me my general take on it. And then I'm going to have another one where it's like a deep dive breakdown of all the things. We played now on the channel. We've done 20 hours of the Golem game to complete it. Yes, we completed it. If you don't know that, you missed the video. For some reason, the algorithms have been really, like, not showing my own subscribers the videos. Because, like, usually on Saturday afternoon, that time, I'd get, like, 30 views in the first hour or two at this time of the channel's life. And I got, like, 9. I was like, wow, that's not very many. So maybe something else popped at the same time or something. But, you know, and some people are busy. It's almost a holiday here in the United States. We're at 4th of July soon, so happy 4th of July to everyone. But yeah, so we will have reviews for the Golem game. We're going to be doing the Return to Moria game. We're going to be playing more LOTRO like we are right here today with our kinship. And then also I'm thinking of trying out playing Valheim a little bit on the channel. We'll see. Maybe on the excursion playlist or a stream. One of my days, you know, Fridays where I do my own thing. I think Fridays is the one I did that on. I get to choose my own stuff that I just, whatever. I always try to do Lord of the Rings on Saturday, though, or Kinship stuff, so more people can attend. Usually. Some people have to work on Saturdays, I understand. Oh, nice. Thank you for watching the Gollum playthrough. I appreciate it. Yes, yeah, it was pretty fun. It was a little bit better without the camera, a little less laggy, I noticed. I went and had just recorded the last part without it. I actually really enjoyed the ending. The story, it was good. It was an interesting spot where they ended it. It made sense to me. Maybe a little anticlimactic for some people who are just like wanting a really end-to-end storyline, but it shouldn't have an end-to-end storyline. It's Gollum. We know what happens next. Go watch the Lord of the Rings movies, right? Go read the books. We know what happens to Gollum after that. So again, I thought it was a good little ending there. But I don't want to give people spoilers. You can go watch the video if you want. But again, I will make a full review video too. At the last 25 minutes of that, I had a nice little my hot take, my thoughts on the ending right when I finished, because I didn't realize I was getting to the end, and it was like 1:30 in the morning, and I was like, whoa! So I just talked about it for a few minutes. I might clip that and put that as a little video, like my ending thoughts, as a separate video, just so you guys don't have to go look for it in that video if you don't want to look at that whole hour-and-a-half video. But again, it's a really good video. You should go check it out too. Give it a like. And also, everyone here, thank you for liking the stream. 3 of you haven't. You want to like the stream? Oh, awesome, man. I'm so glad they help out. I'm glad you got to come say hi, too. Hello. It's so fun to meet new people. I really love building the community here on the channel. We're growing pretty darn fast. The last month has been a little slow compared to the previous few months, but, you know, probably shouldn't complain, because the previous few months we had pretty amazing growth there for a while. But we'll continue to go on here. I'm sure when the Return to Moria game comes out too, if that is good, I'm really hoping it'll be good. That's going to do a lot of hype for YouTube algorithms, and we'll be playing that. So that'll bring us more friends and family, Tolkien family. But yeah, we have a really big group now. It's been really, really fun to grow the channel. So I appreciate it. And by the way, I do also appreciate these patrons. Thanks, guys. And all of my subscribers. When you guys watch and like videos and streams and all that stuff, it really means a lot, because it really does help. Like, you'd be surprised. Even just clicking on a video and liking it, and maybe even only watching 5 minutes of it and leaving a comment. Now, watch time does matter, yes. So if you enjoy it and watch the whole thing, I really appreciate it when you do that. But I understand we don't have massive... I put out a lot of videos. You don't have time always to watch every single video all the way through. Wow, look at that awesome hairstyle. I didn't even know that was a hairstyle in the game. Is that a new... I guess that's the new one, huh? With the human rework. That's pretty cool. Looks pretty awesome. The graphics are a lot better too on the whole like character. It's pretty awesome. Awesome. So let's see how many people we have. Enough with updates on stuff. Oh, and today I'm going to go and I've been doing those posts, those community posts that go out every day. I've been trying to do those. I will occasionally drop a post just on the spot, but I've been trying to now schedule them ahead. So I'll work for like 3 or 4 hours and set up the whole month's posts where they'll schedule at a certain time. Because then it's, you know, I know you guys are going to get exactly what I want at that time. And then, of course, I drop my own random posts when I'm like, ooh, this is cool, I want to share this with people. Post, right? Community tab, that kind of thing. Yeah, thanks, John Hammer. He's saying just cue it up and then turn it on and lay it face down. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean that helps too. If you're someone who like, I just can't watch the whole thing right now, you're like, well, I'm just gonna let it run. I mean, honestly, that helps too. So again, of course, I love it when you're actually watching, but I get that. It still helps. It's weird how those algorithm things really do matter. Yeah, lost on the feed for a month. Okay, good. Yeah. Oh yeah, we love LOTRO so much. I want to make some more tour episodes too and stuff. See, that's the thing. I did a bunch of LOTRO content this last week with LOTRO Tale, and I noticed that I was getting views, but I definitely think something happened where people were not getting it in their recommended. So, also, it's really annoying you have to do it too, but if you want, click the bell too. And even more importantly, if you're here right now, if you want to make sure you don't miss out on things, you can join our Discord. It's right down there. I have a brand new link each time if you know how Discord works. And again, guys, if you don't want to get a Discord channel that's going to be pinging you every second from conversations, you can just click on channels and mute channels. So if you want to have just my like video upload channel that just alerts you with a new video, you can like mute the other conversation channels, okay? Because I understand that. I don't like to join things that I'm like getting pinged on my phone all the time. So you can individually mute or say only when I'm mentioned, you know, ping me kind of thing from the phone. So, and you could also do, you know, just allow this channel, you know, like the video uploads or my announcements, because I'm the only one posting in the announcements on Discord there. Should probably shoot out in Discord we're doing this thing right now, but I think I did. Yeah, I did. I already did that. All right, well, we have 4 people, so why don't we group up? I'm gonna go ahead and invite you guys. Should we go ahead and just do... Now, we have new characters, right, that need to get stuff done, so we have 4 people. We may want to split up. I may get on my Runekeeper, and our goal today for this Kinship LOTRO thing is that we're gonna try to get some of our Kinship members here up to their alts or whatever, or whoever needs to get certain epic battles so you can open the next ones, right? The prerequisites kind of thing, doing the first ones to get to the next ones. So I might go ahead and get on my Runekeeper real quick. What ones do you guys need? So is this Hunter is a new character, right? Because I haven't seen you, or did you just redo the hair and that's the only thing that I'm recognizing? Anyway, it's really good to be on LOTRO again. I missed it. I loved my mountain trip this last weekend to the Sierra Nevadas. But I did miss LOTRO. But it's like being an actual like real life LOTRO up in the mountains. It's so cool. That's what I try. I try to capture the best I can with my filming, but it still could be hard. I'm getting better at the filming stuff though. I still notice like my biggest thing when I'm filming in the wild is just moving the camera really slow, because if you move it too quick, it just blurs and then it makes your head hurt and stuff. So I'm trying to get better as a cameraman in that way. Hopefully you guys see a difference in the channel over time. I keep trying to improve things in a positive way. As professional as we can be, but still have fun on my end and your end. She needs to start from the beginning. Okay, so here's what I think. My Runekeeper needs to start from the beginning too. And I believe we have to do the 2-man. John Hammer could probably back me up on that, right? We need to actually do the 1 or 2 duo, right? To actually get it done for the next levels. Because I don't know if it always counts if you do like the 6-man or something. For one of them, it doesn't always give you the prerequisites to the next one. Hopefully the AC is not too loud. Wow, there's a bunch of you here. Great to see you, everybody. Great to see you. And again, I'm watching the chat, so feel free. We're on ultra low latency, so I should see your message within like 3 seconds of you posting it. I will do my best to keep up with questions. But I'm happy. Any kind of questions that are fun about Lord of the Rings in the channel. Not random things. I don't mind random things as long as they're appropriate to the situation. Alright. So what I think we're going to do is, I think, John Hammer and Elvin, do you want to duo and do 1? I know that you like, we're all here on the stream, but... Okay, any size and unlock the next one. Oh, good. All right. Well, let's just do a. We'll just do a. Of course. Let's see. So we could just hit up. Should we do with the Battle of the Pelennor? Excuse me. Retaking Pelagar, or do you guys want to do Helm's Dyke? Pelargar. Excuse me. I'm dropping off that R. Pelargar, right? Pelagar is not correct. It's like Pelipper, the Pokemon. Pelipper. All right. I am all alone, but I invited you. All right. All right, here we go. So let's just start with, we can do Helm's Dyke 4-man, like we can do it. So do you guys just want to do that? I also don't want to be in healing mode. Fire? No, I want to probably be yellow tree for running around killing things quickly. The combustion AoE is nice. I'm really excited about the new updates, guys, coming last week. Last week, I got lots of views with the Lord of the Rings updates. So I'm gonna, when it comes to algorithm stuff, I won't ever do, I hate clickbait stuff, but I'll keep doing updates with Lord of the Rings things for you guys with good thumbnails and stuff like that, because that really seems to be pushed by YouTube. And again, I like doing that. I like updating you guys. And I know you're all the ones that pushed me to make an update playlist for LOTRO, so, and anything Lord of the Rings. So we'll do that. And again, we will also be checking out a little bit of the magic cards. I got one cheapish pack. I'm not spending no $50, $100. It's ridiculous. But technically that pack has a chance at the ring. Who knows? I feel like that's a little bit of a cash grab to be like, there's one ring, so everyone's like buying them all up. It's like, I don't know. I don't know about that one. But again, it's fun. So you know what? More power to them. If people want to buy it, that's fine, right? But I feel like that a little bit of a, you know, making one special ring. Did you just throw a ring? Did you just throw a ring at me? All right, I'm gonna queue up for this 6-man. Oh, I can't launch it. You must have completed Helm's-Dyke Battle. Yeah, see, mine won't let me on this character. You must have completed Helm's-Dyke Battle. Is Helm's-Dyke Battle the 2-man? See that? That's what I was, this is right here. Odie, I'm not quite sure. Do you know about this? Or, excuse me, not Odie. John Hammer. Where is Odie? He's always here. Let's see, can I do this one? I could do this one, though. Do you guys want to just do this one 6-man? Let's do this one 6-man. I just want to do one as a group first before we split up on anything. Yeah, I think what it means by completing Helm's-Dyke Battle is that I need to do the 2-man. But I can figure that out later by myself, too. Yeah, well, that's the weird thing, though. That I was trying to launch Helm's-Dyke, the instance as 6-man, but it said you have to completed Helm's-Dyke Battle. That is Helm's-Dyke Battle. So I don't know if it means you have to do a 2-man. That's why I'm a little confused on that. But I'll check it later. Let's turn down the music just a tiny bit.
Within Pelagia's walls, just as you promised.
There we go. Is that a little better with the sound effects? There, how's the balance and sound there? It's not overpowering. I noticed when I watched it the first time we did this, it was way too loud. Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Alright, and I promise I won't complain about the epic conclusion animation being changed. Much. See, that makes me excited about the big graphic updates they're doing and stuff. And they're going to be really tackling, like, they're going to redo the client, which I've already told you guys in the update. So we're going to have a new client, which has been needed for a long time. Especially because a lot of people have troubles with it. I've never had personal troubles with the client ever, but some people have, so I understand. And then, yeah, I lost my train of thought because I'm shooting people with lightning bolts, so. I'm like that anime character that frickin' My Hero Academia, that he does a lightning bolt and then he just loses it. Because he like shocks himself. Anyone know his name? Again, me and my sister were just talking about that with the My Hero Academia series, the anime series. Their names for some reason are like you remember them when you're watching, but like besides that, I have a really hard time remembering a lot of their names. Like I remember Midoriya, right, the main character, and All Might. And
there is the winch.
The simpler names. But the other ones, good luck. Where other animes I have no troubles with. That's why it's funny, because they're always showing their names in the My Hero Academia, so I don't know how I don't remember when they're always showing them. But yeah, I don't get that.
Attention. Defend the winch.
Hello, welcome. Oh, Moria. Okay, Moria is one of Some people really don't like Moria, and if you're one of those here, I understand. I get why you don't like it. But me personally, I love Moria, but that could just be because I really like rocks and caves, and I really like dwarves. So I think that stuff's really interesting. So for me, Moria is really fun. And I also know exactly where to go in Moria to quest quickly. I think a lot of times people get confused because the beginning can be a little vast inside the Dwarven View. Again, I probably should make... Would you guys want a video made of like just the Mines of Moria questing path? Like, would that be helpful? Would you guys want that as a guide video? Because I obviously just did another leveling guide video from levels 50 to 85, 90. I forget where I did. And I walk you through it, and I walk you through Moria for about 2 minutes, real quickly. But I could do like a 15-minute video where I go into a little more detail of just Moria. Because again, those are the things I know pretty well about the game. I obviously need to do a lot of the newer areas to be more strong on where to go next for the new areas. Because I just got there. Okay, all right. Well, I'll tell you what, I will try to make you guys a video about that. I might even try to make it today, because that wouldn't be a lot of work for me. I could just sit there, record, and give you guys a rundown. I just have to... my script for me usually is, when it comes to lore videos, I have to like think about it a lot more, so it'll take a lot more time or other things. But when it comes to like a guide video about LOTRO, since I played it so much, I just have to think about how do I walk through this in a way that was easy to follow and won't be frustrating for people who are new, or people who just, as I'm walking, I don't skip things, basically, right? That's the biggest thing, even as a teacher, right? Like, I guess I could technically be called a teacher. I teach at my church with kind of like a school thing, but I'm not like a real teacher. I don't do like super classes, right? But I guess my guide series could be called a teacher, right? It's a guide series, still teaching people. I'm just not like a professional teacher, like school or college or something. I guess there's a difference. Profession. My profession! I always wanted to be a baker. Yes, a baker. That's a joke on a character from League of Legends if you play League of Legends. I missed my lightning bolt. How could I? Yeah, man. Wow. This Runekeepers do so much damage. This character doesn't even have like... Well, that's not true. This character has pretty good stuff, actually. It's not like the top gear, but it's like right under the top gear level because of the Valor boost. So the Valor boost gives you pretty good gear and stuff, but obviously it doesn't give you like the top, most, best, perfect everything armor, but it gives you like decently good armor. Like you can run most raids probably with it. And also I'm scaled down to level 100 on this character instead of 140. I still do lots of damage. All right, yeah, we'll do a Moria guide. Sounds good. So while we're playing through, anyone who's not actually here playing with us in the Kinship, or Kinship, if you guys have any other questions or things you'd want me to make for guides or whatever, feel free. I have no problem playing and talking at the same time. We've done this a lot. I don't have to focus. It's not a super hard raid. All right. Let's go into the second part here. So technically it's a 6-man. I think we can do it though. We're gonna have to have one person holding the back, right? Defending the back stuff. And then probably the rest of us hold the front. And then I'll split off to do some of the mini quests like the stealing treasure one, or when the boss comes we can kind of group up. But we need to have like a designated person on defense of the supplies. So we're gonna have to have one person back here defending all these supplies by the water fountain from the back, and then me and probably beginning about 2 back here. But it's
Villagers
probably
everywhere.
need
Let us rout them then.
so one designated
Aragorn
person that
wishes to
won't ever
face the
leave, and one
entire
can like move
Corsair
around.
host.
And then all right, sounds good. All right,
Excellent.
L's got it. Oh, whoa, whoa. Well, I guess I'm just good luck defending, guys. I had a little glitch there. Those are the kind of things that I kind of wonder if it's the client. By the way, when it does that, when it does a little like freeze and then it shuts off and you have to refresh it, so either that's just a glitch lag in the server or that is a actual client issue. Now that's a client issue, then I have had issues with the client. And that would be really nice if that never happens anymore. Now, granted, I have that problem with a lot of new games, too. And this is a new computer, and I've had problems with my previous computer, too. So, could just be a computer thing. It's not always the game's fault. You know. And it's not always your computer's fault. And it's not always their server's fault. But you could blame one of those 3 usually. Or it's your internet company being lame. I'm excited about the Return to Moria game. Quite excited. Looks like you guys are doing great. All right. Shock. Hey guys, look, I'm a shock trooper. Oh no, that's not right. All right, electrocute that guy. I do love the Runekeeper class, like as an idea, you know? They're like, well, how do we make a character that's like a magical mage that uses elements that like can be believable in the world of Tolkien still, right? And I thought the idea that like these magical elves and dwarves can like channel the power of runes and use like elemental magic. I thought that was a cool idea.
We must rescue them, or they will
I feel like it's believable. All right, I'll go get the citizens. You look like you got this under control. I don't know. I just thought that was cool. That's another thing I thought actually in the Gollum game. I thought that was very interesting with the completion of a lot of the magic system they were using in it with like magic. It was like a little too much, but at the same time, like as much as Tolkien really stayed away from magic because he called it a crutch in his stories definitely have magic, right? Like it definitely is there. I'm gonna turn something off here in the background. I'm gonna try if the game will let me. There we go. There we go, just to make sure the stream is nice and smooth. Smooth. I got my getting tongue-tied there a little bit. The sound effect's still there, man. I missed my epic conclusion animation. I understand that it was lagging people out, but again, I've given good ways to fix it. It was kind of a fast way. They did have the fast way to fix it, but I understand again their team was a lot smaller 2 or 3 years ago when they did that. Was it 2 or 3 years? I think that they should. Now their team's getting bigger, and once they fix all the lag with the server, maybe they make it where only your computer sees the epic conclusion, right? Like, so people could turn the animations off and on. I think that's a really good way to do it. A little bit more work, right, for the programming or whatever, but it's doable with the system they have, the engine they have.
An enraged half-troll has come into the area. Defeat him, or he does great damage.
All right.
There's more to come.
All right, a little bit more, and I'll come help you guys with the half-troll. You guys might kill him before I get there. Oh, the festival is going on, huh? All right, did I do it? I think we're good. Oh, we have to defeat him in the next 21 seconds? Do you guys see the half troll? Oh, there he is. I see him. Okay, you're beating him. Oh, within 9 seconds. Not bad. Let me just double check on the civilians here. It says that's 100% complete, but I'm just... It's not complete. There's more going for him. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. I think I saved him. Oh, good. Whew. I almost let the citizens die. All right, we're good. We got a platinum thing on it. Sweet. All right, I'm coming back. I almost let him die. That would have been bad. Let me double check and refresh my chat here. I don't... Make sure my chat's not freaking out. We're good. Been using a new browser for my chat during streams. It takes way less juice and it works much better. It's a platform designed for gamers, and no, they're not sponsoring me. It's usually sponsored. I mean, I would actually think about taking a sponsorship from them, because so far I actually really like their platform. It's called, what's, gosh, I can't even think what it's called right now. Well, I was trying to find what their name is here. Opera? Is that how you say it? O-P-E-R-A? Huh, I don't know if that's quite how you say it, but it's really been nice. It works really, really good for not taking up a lot of my computer's usage. And it doesn't seem to lag out as much as the Firefox or Chrome does when I have the chat in the back. Definitely seems like it's a better design for gamers, that's for sure. It is like the music, like the person? I was... Oh, opera... Wait. Oh, is it opera? I'm over here calling it Oprah, like the person, like the... I guess she's an actress? I don't know. I don't know if she's... what she actually has done a lot of. All right, Captain blah 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 is appearing from underneath the ground like he always does there. All right, Chilling Frost, which is always a cool effect while it drops stuff on the ground. Epic conclusion! Ooh, 84,000. Alright. Alright, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead, John Hammer. You can stop. I love that animation. Hey, we got a platinum and a gold reward. At least I did just now. Did you guys get that? Oh, also another update, guys. Besides doing all that other stuff that I've got to do today and over the next 2 days, I'm taking a break for 4th of July. Oh, the internet side. We're almost done with the. We made a Squarespace for here, Voice of the Rings. So I'll show you guys that later on Discord, and I'll put it in community posts later on. Too busy killing the look. What the?
We must defend this spot so that Aragorn's forces are not flanked.
I'm gonna open Discord real quick and just we're gonna ping Odie. Yeah, hunters are pretty awesome. They're really fun to play. And hunters have a, like, they're really basic, and then like when you get really good at them, you can still play at a really high level with them. I feel like most classes in LOTRO, the more generic first ones are like that. They're still, they have their little things you could get really like advanced with at the end, but they're like, a lot of their base classes are kind of like easier to understand, right? Where rune keepers and wardens and bjornings, they're a little harder. Kind of keep going there. At least to first learn. They're throwing up the grappling hooks. Get ready, men of Gondor. Lightning bolts. Okay. Defeat the Haradrim scouts.
Scouts have spotted us and blown a warning.
Come here.
We should stop them before they win the third blow.
He's like, what? Ah, dead. Yes, you die, you evil scouts. How dare you try to scout us? Dum, bum, bum, bum. All right, where's my next scout? Mud. Oh. I don't know, I think the death animations are pretty good in this game. Like the way they fall back and stuff. Who always thought they had been? I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to see Umbar and how they're gonna make it look. I'm kind of hoping, since they have a bigger team, that Umbar has maybe a little bit different look than like Gondor does, right? Like it should have some similarities to like southern Gondor, but like it should be different. So there should be some deserty areas, obviously, but then there should be some more like jungly. Like I hope they think of like maybe some new colors, and it wouldn't be total jungle, but it would just be cool. Oh no. How dare you blow that horn.
Corsair minstrel has appeared in the area, shouting insults and egging on our foes. We should dispatch with him before he whips our enemies into a frenzy.
Yes. We don't like other minstrels. Looks like Elro here is already on it. Make them weep and make them whimper. Watch them cower, beg and sipper. Well, that's a pretty good little catchy tune there. Except, not your singing is pretty terrible, mister. Oh gosh, I need a tank. I need an adult. Someone needs to tell me. I'm just kidding. Memes. The memes. Oh, thank you for the heal. I need to remove that. What's my remove? I haven't played this character forever. There it is. Okay. Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Okay, he's dead. Good job, everybody. All right, good. And now, we didn't get the slave quest, did we? We have to free the slaves?
Now come! By Isildur! I call you!
I guess not. Back we go.
The dead fulfill their oath at last.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so crazy.
Brace yourselves!
So the enemy need to brace themselves. There he is, everyone, get him! Alright, give him some snowy powers there. How high do you think I can crit him here? I think I can hit him with the last... And... boom! Oh, I didn't crit. Sad face. That animation's still awesome though, dude. Static surge. And, shocking words. That is too loud. I guess that's sound effects. Ah, that's better. All right. The Corsair host is in full defeat. Not retreat, defeat. Very interesting. There, now you can spin again. All right, so next objective, now that we've done that, is that we could do the next one, but if we do the next one, we have to leave somebody out. And I don't really want to do that, because the defensive miniature is only a 3-man. So... That's so weird that I cannot launch this. Oh, well, I guess I'm not leader right now. It's because I DC'd. It gave you leadership. You want to throw that back? No. Let's see. Do I have a different get up here? Oh, dude, I forgot about this. This is how Zollin used to look. I like this. This is cool. There we go. The Rune Keeper with his fancy garb. Yes, very nicely done. Yes, Belle, you are leader right now because it gave you leader. Do you want to give it to me, or? Are those potatoes? Like boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew around your border there? That's kind of cool. Where'd you get that? Nice. All right. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do the defense of Minas Tirith, the city of kings. I wonder if I should be in healing mode. I can still heal a little bit though. I have Prelude to Hope. By the way, little trick, guys, don't jump around when you're trying to travel. The free codes for this month in LOTRO? I don't know. I did not double check.
I am glad you have come at this dark hour, my friend. Sauron's armies have encircled the city, and now only battle can decide the fate of Gondor. The strength of men shall be tested this day. Let us hope we have done enough to ensure that their courage does not falter. The Prince of Dol Amroth and the Lords of Gondor have gathered in the tower above. Come,
oh, perfect.
We must meet them before the battle is joined.
Let's do that real quick, yeah. Let's put in our little code. Redeem code. Boop. Apply. Hey! Oh, cool. The writing skill. Oh, wow. It gives a universal. The Samwise portrait? Oh, that's so cool. That's what you were talking about. Is that the portrait? Very cool. Now, does it open it? This gives it to my account wide, right? I don't have to put this in for each character, I'd assume. Oh, very cool. I should post about this so people know. Though our battle's about to start, so.
You have come just in time. Their forces wield all manner of weapons and great towers of which I have never seen.
Is it in my inventory? Oh, okay.
They do not march yet, but I
the
see their
Samwise
ranks
frame. Oh, so I need to
restless.
send that
It
to
cannot be
like
long
my
now.
main character.
The enemy wields
Got
many
it.
weapons, but none greater than fear.
You inspire hope even in the darkest of times, Mithrandir. The men of Gondor shall be
Cool.
honored to
Have another
fight at your
universal
side.
toolkit. That's
I
a
shall stand
huge
beside
gift
you
for
then,
them to give.
and keep your men from despair.
Very cool. All right, I will.
Din of the enemy's armies
I'll
grows
post on
louder
the
still.
community
We
tab
must
about
move
that
now.
too. Thank you for telling me. Got it. Yes.
So it is, so it is. I cannot even have a few words with these fine men before the enemy would see me slain. Well, I will let my axe speak for me then.
My men await my command. Dwyn here, call your sons and let us go. Dwelin, Derafin, the time for scouting is over. Follow me onto the wall. At once, father. Derafin, stop wasting your arrows and get in position. Call it a waste, brother. I've done more to thin their numbers than all this talk.
I love the voice actors that LOTRO has, but I left that on, didn't I? All right, don't remove don't destroy, remove anything else. The grapple hooks. All right, don't remove the grappling hooks. Not the ones you destroy, right? The ones they throw up, because you have to destroy the ones, right, to destroy the towers. All right, so no grapple hook removal, guys. Or it'll be here for a while. Indefinitely. We're doing it. We're getting it done. For the battle, the epic battles of Minas Tirith. I really would love it if they'd add some more epic battles. Wouldn't it be cool if they added some epic battles for Umbar? That'd be cool. That would kind of follow along the story plot of them doing like Rohan and Gondor, like epic battles. Be really cool. They could even like, you know why it would be cool from a like even a programming perspective? They could reuse characters like Prince Imrahil, right, and stuff, for different battles or something. Because of course he deals with Umbar more probably than most.
The forces of the enemy have loosed flaming projectiles into the first circle of the city. We must douse the flames and rescue any who might be trapped in the blaze.
All right. I guess I'm running down to the city. You want to stay on the wall and make sure no one dies?
The will of your master holds no power here. Begone!
Defend the walls of Minas Tirith. Should probably get on my mount here. Be a little quicker.
Look to the fields! A siege tower of the enemy approaches!
Yeah, it's kind of a disappointment. I mean, maybe what they could do then, John Hammer, if they think it's too long for these, is just bring in the scaling system to some of the instances. Obviously, you don't want to do that with everything, because that would really it would unbalance the game very quickly. But I personally would just like more options to be able to play with different level players in more options. That's my biggest thing. So I don't necessarily directly want more epic battles. I'd like that, but I would really what I would like is just any kind of instance thing we could run for rewards that it'll match our level to whatever it is, like that option. Now again, what happens is as we see in epic battles, if you're level 140 and it matches you down to 100, yeah, you're 100 now, but you still do more damage than you would if you were an actual 100. So that's the problem, right? That it would make it very unbalanced quickly for like running people through things. There we go. Are we done? Do we douse them all? That's all of them, right? I don't have to douse that thing at the end, right?
Make haste! Assail the tower and set it aflame!
Do I? No. Use those buckets, men! Fire! Fire! Is that guy? Okay, he is. Get it! Middle guy, you are out of sync! Just kidding. It's military training. I want to see how fast you can throw water out of those buckets. Stat! Again, I like the military. It's not me. I'm not trying to insult them. I just think it's funny. What is happening up top, guys? I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I can't get out. Can I go up with that rope? I can. Sweet. Okay. All right, good job, good job. Wrong button. Down with the tower. There it goes. It's pretty awesome animation, actually. Pretty cool. You know, I was playing Valheim, and Valheim is pretty fun, guys. I was playing it last night for the first time. Maybe I'll make a little reaction video of some of my first reactions. It was kind of, it was funny. But visually, parts of the game they look like parts of the game's graphics look worse than LOTRO, and other parts look better. It's really interesting. Like some parts of the grass is like really blasé, which again I don't care about because the gameplay is fun. I don't think that's the goal, right? Again, it's an art style they picked. But like some of the faraway views in the water looks gorgeous though, and it's a newer game. It's only like 3 years old. So I just thought that was kind of interesting though that art style and just from better textures, LOTRO actually seemed to have better textures than a lot of the close Valheim stuff. But again, I really liked Valheim a lot, so we'll see. We might play it a little bit more. It had a good mix feeling. It felt like RuneScape / like Ark Survival or like one of the survival games with like some Minecraft elements too, obviously, because of that survival, you know, crafting like tech tree kind of thing. But again, I didn't even get very far into it, so I didn't even get to any of the Norse, you know, myth stuff or magic or anything. So it's kind of cool. It was pretty cool. So we may have a stream again, like I said at the beginning of this, where one of those days I do what I feel like and I can show you the guys the game. It's pretty cool. And again, it's Norse mythology, so I feel like that's pretty near and dear to Tolkien, considering he got a lot of inspiration from that for his world. Oh yeah, I agree with that, John Hammer. I really would like it if they would add a better instance. Like the instance finder they made, great. It looks nice, but I would love it if it would just scan, yeah, and just find a group. Even if it's cross-server, because I know World of Warcraft did that. They did cross-server, so it made sure there was a huge enough pool of people that it would find someone to play with no matter what. I think at this point, since they're updating their servers anyway, and they're updating graphics and stuff, I think that's if they get to the point where they update the servers where they can cross stuff. I understand if you can't like cross like Europe, America, but at a certain point they should be able to do that kind of stuff. But ping is the problem with with the distance. That would be really hard with servers. But like, you know, just crossing the ones that are near each other, you know, that you for finding stuff. I think that would be pretty cool too. Yeah, everyone, that would be really cool. Oh, that's true. That's true. You're talking about if they raised levels. Restrict it to the below level cap instances and tier 1 only so that the world first raider types won't get offended. Yeah, I mean, so the hardcore people won't be like, what the heck? Yeah. I think that would be cool. That'd be a good way to balance the leveling up cap thing for like instances besides epic battles. Again, there's so much potential there, you know? There's so much potential for those kind of things that will make this game even better. Like, I love this game. But like those kind of things, if they just take, and again, no one has monopoly on those things, right? All the MMOs have been taking those things and using them. I think it would be very smart if LOTRO doubled down on that and went for some of those things, because they obviously have always done that competition where they'll update something that's like another MMO too, and like, again, like I always talk about, I know this is something that happened even if people don't believe me, but LOTRO and WoW actually were, WoW would probably not admit it, but they were kind of the competitors, as in watching each other in not really like where they were attacking each other, because I've never found it to be like WoW and LOTRO are like taking players away. I've always found it that like people who play WoW, a lot of times, a lot of them will play LOTRO and vice versa. They play both. But I always found it was interesting how there was like a little back and forth with the level cap increases, with certain things. Again, LOTRO started a free-to-play system that was so good back in the day. Now it's even better with after the rework. It's amazing. But then WoW started one. WoW's wasn't quite as good. But everybody who plays WoW would probably agree with me that they're not always... you know, they're not really into their free-to-play as much. They're there for, they want people to spend money. But every game has to have that though, like to survive, right? Unfortunately, that's why there's so many of those phone games, which unfortunately so many are so terrible. But again, I like the Rise of the War game, but still it like they want you to buy stuff, right? The way it's done. You can't just sit down and just, I mean, you can, you could. You just want to play just to take tiles and have fun and learn about the game. You could do that in Rise of War. But like, it really takes you many seasons of stacking up the free stuff, or you need to pay a little bit of money to have a little bit of stuff, right? Early on to be a little bit more competitive. But again though, you know, play 2 or 3 seasons free to play, you're gonna have enough purple items in Rise of War to be able to compete. So I still think it's a game that's more balanced than most phone games, because I've played some of the atrocious ones for only a few days and been like, oh, these are horrible, and I stopped playing them because they're just spamming your face with ads and gross. I still chuckle really hard whenever I hear someone say that LOTRO puts lots of ads in your face. That makes me laugh so hard. Anyone who plays LOTRO, I'm sure, would agree with me that that's just hysterically like not correct. It's like hysterical. It's just like, really? Are you seriously saying that right now? Oh, don't take off the things. Don't do it. Don't take off the grappling hooks. Stop. Stop, Elvin. Stop. You glitched the game out. Don't do it. No. Uh-oh, I hope it's not already glitched. Uh-oh. How long have you been taking off more than those? Yeah, that's what John Hammer was saying we were talking about at the beginning. Oh, good, it didn't glitch. We're okay. We're okay. Yeah, sometimes if you take them off, it will never continue. You'll just be stuck in here, and you have to reset the epic battle. Just this map, no other map. But you're good. No problem happened. We're good. It moved on to the next part, so don't worry about it. But the other time we were doing this one, I removed some. And I was stuck, and it wouldn't continue. We sat here for like 30 minutes, and it wouldn't continue, and then we had to reset it, not realizing it was glitched. Yeah. I think there's just a really big gap because we slaughtered him so quickly. I think it was giving us lots of time in case we were slow pokes. This instance is a little long, this epic battle. Again, I think they should come back to epic battles and retime things, right? For, you know, like, obviously they want to leave enough time, but like they should retime it where like the gap between going to this side and the other side be a lot quicker, not like 5-6 minutes. It should be like 2 minutes, right? After we destroy the objective. Let's just do it by objective. When the objective's done, 2-minute cooldown. Boom, next objective starts. I think that would be a good quality of life update to epic battles. Still, I mean, how could you not want to fight next to Gandalf, Mithrandir? Wow, Mithrandir, he has the little brooch on his shoulder. I never noticed that before. That's really cool. Yeah, no, it usually, yeah, Elvin, it usually is. Oh, it's a kill count. Okay, okay. So, so it's not a timer, it's a kill count. So does that mean, are there even catapults on this one? Could we be shooting catapults and that would be giving us more kills? Is there a catapult up here? Are you using it? Oh, sweet, Elvin is, okay. So maybe that's also the reason. Maybe we should have been using the catapult that whole time. So we were counting up kills by them coming up the ladders instead of shooting them. Yes. Got it, got it. I keep saying it, and Odie like tells us the exact answer right after I'm like wondering about it. Gosh, look at Minas Tirith though. Look at that. That's so cool. The battle for Minas Tirith. Where's the general? There he is. Captain, heal your men. For Gondor! I really do like the fact that they kept true in Lord of the Rings Online to how Gondor looks, I love Peter Jackson's Minas Tirith. Don't get me wrong. It's amazing. It's pretty much my first rendition of whatever I saw. But the fact that I like the fact that it has the black, like Isengard, that special stone wall around Minas Tirith. Like the wall is black instead of the rest of the city that was white. I do totally understand why Peter Jackson did it, though. He did it because he didn't want people to mistake Minas Tirith as an evil place, right? Like dark and scary, like, you know, like it's the Witch Kings or something. He wanted to make sure it's the White City, right? Which it is. It's the White City, but the outer wall is a black obsidian stone, right? That's like super strong. Yeah, I feel like Peter Jackson, man, everything, little things he changed in his movie series were so, like, they were good changes. Like, again, because it was being adapted to a movie, right? And people wouldn't know every detail from the books. I wouldn't change it in the books, right? And the main story. But the fact the things he changed made sense for putting it to screen.
A siege tower of the enemy approaches.
All right, here comes the siege tower. Dun, 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 dun. He's, look at, they're just rolling over their own orcs. Yeah, it's definitely, it's really cool. Yeah, the Isengard, yeah, Orthanc makes a lot more sense in the game. Especially from the description, because it said it was like built on a rock, and it looks like that. Because in the movie, it looks like it's just a tower straight from the ground all the way up. Now it's very sleek, it's very cool looking. But do we kill these grapple hooks, these tower, or do we ignore the tower grapple hooks and just blow up things on them? Oh no, we have to get the grapple hooks. Okay, because there's no things. So the big grapple hooks we can kill. Just the regular grapple hooks we can't kill. So therefore, to destroy a grapple hook, everyone knows, shoot it with lightning. We're getting way overwhelmed by units over here on the right side. There we go. I need assistance. We need to remove these units, guys. I just ran off the wall. Alright, I removed the grapple hooks. Where are the exploding barrels? Is there another grapple hook that I missed? There's only two, right? Oh, wait, tower grapple hook. No, there's three. I know there's a third one. There's a third one. There's a third one! Kill it! Kill it!
Make haste! Assail the tower and set it
There we
aflame.
go. All right, I'm gonna set it aflame. Yeah, Elvin, we might need your help clearing out some of these minions. We're getting a little overwhelmed here. And I'm not an AoE runekeeper right now. I'm a single target. There's so many. All right, I'm burning down the tower. Powder kegs. I love that they just conveniently have these powder kegs sitting on their thing for me. It's great. All right, good. We completed. Despair in the streets.
The tower burns! Stick to the wall before it collapses!
There goes the tower. Down with your evil contraptions.
This fight isn't over yet!
All right, well done, everyone. Well done. All right, so the next objective, I believe, it will be the trolls that pop over this ledge. Trolls! There's a troll in the dungeon! We will get to the point, too, guys, when we all have a bunch of our characters maxed level. We'll do some instances. We'll start doing 3-mans and 6-mans. And then, precious, we shall do the raids. And I'll die. I'm just kidding. Once we get enough people, we'll start doing some raids. All right. Oh, now see here. I love the sea. I think that was I think that gave the sea a bad name. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I thought that was so funny. That was so random to me. Like, I still don't, like, get it at all. Like, yeah, the Numenorians really like the ocean, but I didn't get that at all in Rings of Power. I didn't get it. I didn't, like, see it for being epic. I also, like, kind of giggled, like, what? What do you mean the sea is always right? What are you talking about? Sounds like a cop-out to me. Oh no, we sunk our ship. Well, the sea is always right. Oh no, that guy fell in the sea and drowned. Well, the sea is always right. Oh no, I wasted all my money on something. Well, the sea is always right. Wait, what does that have to do with anything? Anyway, sorry. It makes me giggle. That whole thing was so funny. Again, I understand they were trying to make it epic. Like, I understood, but they just wasn't there. It just wasn't quite there. And you know it wasn't there when, like, the majority of people think it wasn't there. That it's like a meme. Granted, sometimes memes usually have some basis in truth, but are obviously not the whole truth. Obviously, they're memes. And then there's sometimes that they're totally false. They're just funny. And then there's the times where, like, pretty spot on. I need more soldiers. All the soldiers, kill it. Kill the troll. Kill the troll, hit it with your small swords. Kill it. There, we got an army of... There, he's like super slowed. Oh my gosh, he's so slowed he can't like even move. What the heck? Firestone! Lightning stone! I've got all the stones! Kill them! Listen to the sound effects. Listen. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's a lot of NPCs smacking away for their lives. Alright, we're gonna hit it with an epic conclusion! Oh yeah, lots of damage. Alright, the next one. Kill the next one! Bring down the troll! Gosh, could you imagine if the troll was this strong in the Fellowship? It would have died. That was the real issue in the Fellowship, man. That troll they were fighting was like 10 levels over them at that point. And they were a bunch of like level 50s fighting a level 60 troll boss. That's why it was so difficult. That's why they almost died. Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, we have to have jokes and memes. Like, it's just like... the whole point of them is, right, is to have some kind of means to relieve some kind of stress, right? In a pot, like, you know. Now, again, and that's I think it comes down to freedom of speech, too, with that, right? And again, there's some of them that are a little too far sometimes, but the problem is if you start trying to pick and choose what's too far, it just turns into bad. But honestly, people aren't going to laugh if it's bad, right? People are only going to laugh at the stuff that has, again, partial truth, just to kind of relieve some stress in the situation.
No weapon or beast can penetrate the gate, my friend here. It would be the enemy's greatest folly to send his forces against it.
There.
He sends no orc against it. Look beyond the flames towards Osgiliath. The great ram Grand has been repaired and makes for Minas Tirith.
Yeah, no, they weren't high enough level yet.
We must move to the gate at
The Fellowship needed some more levels.
Against the enemy.
The only reason that they didn't die was because Boromir had last stand as a captain and was able to take on all the mobs while they finished off the troll. Like, it'd be funny. I should make a video of that without sound, that part, and just like make a meme of like all the different like LOTRO jokes during it. Things happening, like different skills and abilities. That'd be funny. I might do it sometime, we'll see. Alright, I don't know what our next objective is here, but I think that was it. Because the next one is Grand, right? Alright, sweet. Well, hello everyone, by the way, who just hopped in. We just got a bunch more friends here. How are you all doing today? Alright, that's the second one. Defensive Minas Tirith completed. By the way, does this character have the forwarding on? Let me just double check. Enable reward forwarding. No, I did not, unfortunately, but now I do for the silver and bronze. Okay. All right, so now we could re-invite Odie, and we could do the last one, Hammer of the Underworld. Wait. Oh, look at that. There it is. My character. It says you must have completed the Defense of Minas Tirith battle in solo duo. Darn it. All right, well, I don't really want to do the same one again right this second. I might have to do that later by myself. What about I don't understand why I can't do Helm's Dyke. Hold on a second. I'm curious about something. Yeah, I think Odie, I think I have to do solo duo first of Helm's Dyke. See how it's like it's grayed out when I try to launch it for 6, but I've tried to launch it for solo duo and let me launch it because this character's never done it. Well, Odie, do you have an alt that needs to do it? Because we could just split into groups of 2. Elvin, do you have an alt, or are you guys just happy sticking on your one character? I totally get it. You want to stick on your main character? No worries. Or we could try to do something 4-man that's... Let's see. We're kind of like all over the place. Elvin, by the way, congratulations on hitting level 140. I don't know if you told me that in Discord, but I see that you hit it. Good job. So we have a pretty wide range here. I forget, what's your main... This is your main character now, Belle? Or are you, is your other character higher level, or are you just gonna main this character now? Oh, sorry, John Hare. You're not Odie. You're John Hammer. Sorry. My bad. I zoned out. I'm so used to saying Odie, John Hammer, Elbin, and Bell. You guys are my loyal kinship mates here. All right. What do you think, John Hammer? Do you have... Okay, Bell is... Okay, oh, so your main character is level 112 right now. Okay. Well... And Elbin, you don't have... oh, look, a random guy we can recruit into the kinship! Just kidding. Just wanted epic on your hunter. Okay, all right. Well, so Belle, that means that your character and my character here both need to do the one we just did as solo duo. I just don't know if I want to do it again right now, because that one takes kind of a long time. So I'm thinking you probably need Helm's Dyke too. Should me and Belle do Helm's Dyke solo duo? And you guys do it regular solo duo? I mean, and then do it too? Or you guys could do something totally different. My goal of today was to try to get a couple of our characters up. Oh, nice, nice. So, should me and Belle can do the solo duo version of Helm's Dyke to get that done for these characters, so that we'll be able to play the 6-man version later with you guys. I think that's what we're going to do right now. So, Elbin and John Hammer, I'll let you guys decide what you want to do right now. Of course, you don't have to do one if you don't want to. But I'm going to launch this one for us, since your characters both don't need it right now. And apparently we have to do the solo duo. So if you have an alt that you want to complete right now, since we're all hanging out anyway, you get on the alt and do the solo duo version, you guys, if you want. That's another quality of life update. I think we talked about that in the last Epic Battle stream, Kinship stream, right? I may start calling some of the streams Kinship streams if we start doing other things besides Epic Battles in the future, by the way. I kind of wish they would make it where once you've completed the prerequisites on a character for either skirmishes or for epic battles, that you don't have to do it on any other character on that account for that server. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that would be a nice quality of life update. Again, a lot of things we're thinking about in this one today. Man, if Standing Stones ever was like just wanted ideas from us and advice on different things that we would enjoy for little updates, saying, Stones, you can always hit me up. I will give you free, ideas from us. You don't have to pay me. I would just be like, yes, we would like this. I understand you can't do it all, but these are the quality of life things that we would love. Yeah, oh yeah. Those are the kind of things that I would really like updated. All right, let them come. Knock your arrows, Rohirrim. The enemy marches. Do knock your arrows. That's such a great word for that. I haven't heard that forever. All right, which side are we defending? The left side. But yeah, those are the kind of things that I would really like to see updated in the game. Very, very much so. In fact, maybe I should make a video on some of these things. What are all the things we've said? I'm already forgetting. I should be writing these down. Let's get some defensive barriers up here. Oh, you know what? My character's not. We might not be able to do defensive barriers because my character is not a high-level engineer. I don't think I can really take things apart. Yeah, I can't. All right, well, we're just gonna defend. I guess I'll go defend the other side while you defend this one. All right, Rohirrim. Hey, match this guy. Look at that, we're both yellow. We match. You look very cool with your Rohirrim sword. Oh, look at that sword. That's kind of cool. Isn't that a cool sword? That's pretty cool. Lay traps, yes. Kind of fun to watch my character from the back shoot lightning bolts, the effects. This lightning above my head totally looks like a Sith Lord. Like Palpatine's lightning.
No, you will die. Unlimited power.
Sorry. Sometimes things just come over me.
Lightning bolts! Lightning bolts!
Phew! How about an ice bolt? It's also a very satisfying skill. Essence of Winter, dude. Very cool sounding and fun ability to watch go off. All right, pew pew, let's get them. You know what I was realizing the other day too? I think I told you guys this. I saw this a few months ago, but someone like was judging LOTRO streaming off of Twitch. They're like, yeah, look, there's only like, 50 people, it was like watching on LOTRO on Twitch. And I'm thinking there's a reason for that. Most of the people streaming LOTRO aren't on Twitch. Most of them are on YouTube and a couple other platforms. And I mean, there's a couple that do, right, stream it on Twitch, which is great. I think it's cool they do that. But I'm kind of glad that I decided a couple months back that I was going to just stick to streaming on YouTube and doing stuff on YouTube, because a lot of stuff going on with Twitch, if you guys follow that stuff. But they've been taking more cuts from creators and stuff, where YouTube's never really changed their monetization. Yeah, so a lot of people are kind of upset about that, apparently. Again, not to get negative into that, but I was like, kind of glad that I'm doing stuff on YouTube in that way. So even everything, not everything is always perfect on any platform, right? But I think, again, YouTube does it pretty well.
Supply the Rohirrim archers as they fire upon them.
Like YouTube splits, the monetization, like I think it's 30-70 or something. All right, let's go defend the Dunling Stone Carriers. Okay, this is the one where you have to supply arrows to them. Let's go do that. Come on, Belle, let's do it. It's the two little other objectives on the thing. All right, here. Where are the arrows? Aren't they normally in the wall? All right, quick, they're coming. We got to get these guys shooting. Do we kill those? Here comes more. You got the other side, Bella? We just have to defend the archers on the other side too and get them shooting. This guy says, oh, do they not need refills of arrows? Do you just tell them to fire? Oh, you just tell them to fire. That's it. We just have to tell them to fire and protect them. I guess these guys don't need refills. All right. Quick, we just gotta run around the archers here by the water and tell them to fire. Fire, fire, fire! Just make sure they don't die. There's 3 of them. There's one on both sides of the wall here, and T-posing, yeah, I know. That was pretty funny, actually. All right, we just gotta keep them safe. All right, well, we defeated one. That's good. Defeated two. All right, we keep them shooting, keep them safe. And this guy's getting killed. Keep firing, man. Why would he stop firing? What a mission. Anyway, I had to focus. I lost total, I lost my train of thought I was talking about before. But anyway, again, I'm glad to be on YouTube when it comes to that stuff. With like the money splitting and stuff, how they do it. Though they also do split like the mega chats and like the YouTube join memberships also for a little more. I kind of feel like they should keep it 30-50, I mean 30-70 with monetization, which seems fair to me. But
The Dunlendings have dammed up the stream.
That's okay. But I feel like when it comes to the memberships to join on YouTube, they probably should take a little less. Maybe like 5%, right? And then the creator gets the other group. I don't know. I just feel like that seems a little bit more fair. But again, they just do it across the board, 30-70, which, okay. Well, they haven't changed that, so it's always been that way. That's one reason why, guys, when you guys are like, I added a membership thing to join on the channel, so you can join if you'd like to that way. But if you really want to support me where it doesn't take away, whoever it is, doesn't take away a lot of the money, that's why I use the Patreon. Even I mean, I've liked how the Patreon platform works. I know some people don't like Patreon for certain reasons. I'm sure there are some valid reasons, but I use it because it does work well. It gives you the benefits that I wanted to give you, that kind of thing. And again, they only take like, I think they take like, if it's small amount, it's like 30 cents off of whatever it is. And then it's like, if it's a larger than like $10, I think it's like 3%. So that means you're giving me 97% of your donation, right? Or your support to my channel, which is why it's probably better to just, if you're gonna support me in that way, besides just liking, subscribing, and commenting, which is all free, it's better to use the Patreon than probably doing the YouTube join membership thing. Anyway, there you go. There's some numbers for those people who maybe had curious about that stuff. Again, for privacy, I'm never going to say money things as much, but I am happy to give you that kind of information because I feel like it's good to be transparent with that kind of stuff. Just so you guys know why I use Patreon for that kind of support. It's mainly I want it, you know, if you're going to give me support, you want that support to be going to your creator, not a huge chunk of it to the middleman. Oh yeah, there's still tons of you guys both make good points. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I won't say that word on stream. But yeah, I have seen some of the stuff I've seen on Twitch. I don't watch Twitch very much, but the stuff that people are complaining about, like you're saying, Elvin, yeah, that's just, and I'm really against that kind of stuff. Again, I think people should have their freedoms, but a lot of children are on that platform, and they don't have like rules to like lock out certain things, so just anyone can watch any channel. So it's like, that's not great. That's one of the big complaints by a lot of the gamers on that, right? And then, yeah. But also what you said, there are a lot of people on it still. I don't think Twitch is going to necessarily die. Some people are like saying, oh, it's just gonna die. I don't think so. I think they'll get hurt enough in their pocketbook from making these kind of things to stop doing it for their community. And I do know they pulled some stuff back that they were gonna do and people were getting angry and they stopped it and they reverted it. So it's like, okay, well, that's good. That people got upset that they, you know, I mean, that's kind of like, it's like the definition of the positive part of capitalism, right? You stop giving someone your money, they realize they did something that everyone doesn't like, so they put it back to what people did like when they were making money, right? Like, that's the goal, right? But yeah, anyway, enough about that. I just wanted to let you guys know the reason between Patreon and YouTube and why I have been using Twitch as much. I have a Twitch account for the channel, Voice of the Rings, but I just don't use it ever really. In the future, who knows? We may use it if it got better and people want to use it for some other reason. Also, Twitch has been really hammering down on not letting you do things like double streaming and stuff they were going to change, where you can stream to like YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I think they've kind of cut a lot of that stuff out. So then again, that's even going to isolate them more from the rest of the market, right? So, not a good idea in my opinion, but it's their business. They can do what they want. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of competitors too. Again, I kind of wish there were like, I think YouTube does a pretty good job. I kind of wish there were more competitors that are on a little bit bigger scale like YouTube. Again, it's kind of hard because it's kind of almost a monopoly to an extent. But again, YouTube does a pretty good job. That's the thing. Like, you know, you complain about certain things that a company does, but like if they're doing a good job with their product, people are going to use it, right? Or if they're being fair in the way I think they're fair in the way they do their monetization, cool. Now, do I complain about sometimes with the algorithm where sometimes just blows something up and I get huge views on one thing and the next thing that I thought was going to get good views, it's nothing? Yeah, that's really annoying. But you know what? I don't necessarily think it's directly they're trying to directly attack creators by having that happen, right? I really don't think that's their goal. But I think sometimes choices they make with updates messes other people up. So that's the way, again, just thank you to my Patreons. It's a little bit of more of a steady amount of support with actual income. Because again, you guys watching and stuff helps so much with monetization. But if something glitches and it stops showing my videos to you, that's why you should be on Discord to see updates when they come out. It really fluctuates things, right? Because if you only get 10 views on a video instead of 150, you're gonna make a lot less on the revenue stuff, right? And by the way, on my streams, guys, I don't know if you noticed this, there's a new option on YouTube to add more ads into your live streams, and I have purposely not been using it. All right, just because if I was the watcher, I would not want to be seeing more ads. I just want to leave the skippable ads. So I purposely leave that setting off. So you're welcome. And you guys are so loyal anyway. You all like and subscribe and leave comments and give me, so thank you for that. I appreciate that a lot. Again, my main goal of the channel is always that I'm having fun and you're having fun. But obviously, now that I'm making it a full-time thing, I also have to think about, well, I need to eat. So I appreciate you guys' support with the, for the Patreons and for you guys subscribing and watching and sharing and liking and all that jazz, as they say. I used to be in a jazz band on a new subject. Any of you musicians out there? You got any musicians in the group, or maybe dabbled in music? I mean, I think I know a lot. A lot of you know I'm a musician person, like that I'm a singer and I play the saxophone and, I have some music degrees and things like that. I think you all know that, right? Which, by the way, a lot of my music degree actually did help me with my channel, surprisingly enough. Audio engineering and stuff too. It's really helped me a lot. And then, of course, there's a whole nother chunk where I just learned everything on my own. Just lots of hard work and many hours of studying. Sometimes that's what it takes in life, though. You just gotta buckle down and be like, all right, well, I don't know how this works, but I'm gonna learn it. Pew! Pew! Lightning bolts. Lagging the lightning bolts. Oh, look at my cool little rune stones. Look how cool they look. Oh, those are actually really cool, those rune stones. I'm getting distracted. The runestones are distracting me. I guess that's good they added some kind of warning. I see what you just said about that with Twitch. I mean, that's good. But, again, if someone has an account, personally, this is my view, if somebody has an account, they put their date of birth in, and they are under 18, probably shouldn't just be a warning. It probably should be a, you can't view this with your account. Now again, I understand they're gonna make another account, right? If they're really gonna do something, right? But still, it's just one extra step to try to keep it not to turning into that, like Elvin was saying. Yeah, cursing on stream. Yeah, that's good. That's good. See, now that's a thing too. But again, with cursing, it's like a different level, right? Again, you all know me on my channel. I do not use language at all. Like, I think the worst word I've ever said on stream is like crap or something, right? But even then, like, it's usually as a joke. It's not me actually being frustrated. Defeat the siege trolls. All right, that's siege troll number 1. But yeah, now that is more along the lines of, I understand just leaving a warning too, like, oh, 18 plus, you know, there's language in this stream kind of thing. And again, I don't even as an adult, I don't really watch streams that have a lot of bad language. Like an occasional here and there where it's kind of a joke, like I'm fine with, like, it won't bother me if they're normally just fine and it's funny. But I don't really like just lots of cussing all the time. That bothers me. I won't watch it. It turns me off real quick. I'm like, yeah, I'm bored now. I'm out. Because I feel like I'm just filtering these words and I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I just don't enjoy it anymore. And again, I want my streams and my channel to always be something that no matter what the age is can watch it. That's like my goal, right? Appropriate and everything. I want it to always be something that everybody can watch. I want a 4-year-old to be able to watch this channel and enjoy it if they're, you know, they can comprehend what's going on. And I also want a, which I know they can because that's around the age I teach in my church. But and I want someone who, you know, 110 to still be able to enjoy the channel, right? I don't care the age. Age is something that's like, we worry about age too much sometimes, I think, in our culture. Lots of cultures. I think that everyone should be friends. Everyone should learn from each other, right? Older people can learn from younger to be more childlike and more positive, you know, maybe a little less cynical. And children should be learning from older people with their experiences and what they've gone through already, so they don't do the same mistakes, right? Like, those are the things that I think are positive in life people should focus on. We're in it together. It's a team effort. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of enemies. Let me focus for a second here. Lightning bolts! Lightning bolt, lightning bolts! All right, 2 more trolls. All right, keep it up. We're doing it, Bella. Pew! All right. By the way, that's another reason on a positive note why I love Tolkien. His books are so amazing, and he doesn't put anything in it that's, like, he has love stories. He has amazing love stories, some of the best ever. But, like, he doesn't put a bunch of stuff in that, like, you know, you can't read this unless you're 18 kind of thing. I really like that about Tolkien. Again, that's one of my criticisms about Game of Thrones, right? Like, I like Game of Thrones. It's cool. It's a cool series. I love the maps. I love the music from the movie, the TV show. I think his character building is pretty cool. But it's got so much stuff in it sometimes, it drives me crazy. Again, when I watched the Game of Thrones series, I fast-forwarded so much in the shows. I think I watched half. It's like, really. Like, I think I watched half, which is the half that doesn't have things in it.
No statue has been protected from the enemy.
All right, we did it. We defended it. Pew. All right, we did it. Okay, gosh, there's a lot of orcs, Phil. They just keep coming. Okay. Where's the red leader? I guess that's him right there.
We will stand on.
Alright, so now, Bell, I think to finish up, we just need to kill orcs. Lots of orcs. If you want, you go see use the siege. Is the siege thing set up? Because if we use that, it might make it faster. Alright. I appreciate everyone hanging out, too, by the way. We've consistently had, like, 10 people here the whole stream. Like, we've actually had a lot more than that. We probably had, like, about 50 people have joined over the last, you know, 2 hours. But I appreciate it. There's been, like, 10 of you here the whole time. That really does. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying yourself and hanging out. I know I am. I'm having a blast. I love this game. I also enjoy just talking sometimes and relaxing, having fun. All right. Another one bites the dust. All right. Let's see how we're doing on likes. Oh, we're doing pretty good on likes. Pretty good there. You know, one of the biggest things too is you guys are watching right now, don't forget to like. And if you're watching this later and you're this far in the video, give it a like. I'm curious if we can get this video to like 40 likes later as a video or a live stream. But just if we can get to like 40, that'd be awesome. It's a good number. How about 42? That's a great number. 42, I knew it. So we get this video to 42 likes. If we get it over that, that's great. That's even better. But for later, for you watching later. And right now, if you didn't already like it. All right, let's see. We're got to be really close now. I don't think there's another objective we have to do. Did you guys already finish yours, John Hammer? Elvin, did you guys finish what you were doing? Are you still in too? I need to heal the soldiers clad in white. All right, sweet. Are we insulting people's hair? I'm gonna go back over and check the other side here. No. Oh, we done? We defending the other side now? Oh, I guess it's just the front middle spots now. Okay. Orcs! Orcs are coming!
The enemy is attempting to weaken the gate from behind. Prevent them from using their black powder.
All right, Bell, let's go get these guys. I don't know if I might be able to do it solo. We'll see. I don't know. I might need your help. Go down the ladder and defend against the black powder. Yeah, he really did, yeah. I mean, granted, he's got some of the best love stories, right, too? But yes, he focused more on the wide idea of like this race and this race and this country is, you know, and they're dealing with these evil. And again, he did it more like where it's like the direct evil, right? I like that in his world that like, yeah, there's a little bit of gray like our world, right? Because in our world, everyone's human. So there's a little bit of bad and good in every culture, right? Every person to an extent. And like, but in Tolkien, like orcs are bad. Sauron is bad, right? And it's like, sure, Sauron got, you know, corrupted at one point and turned evil, but he's pretty dang evil. He will not hesitate to slaughter thousands and thousands of people, right? So Sauron's a pretty bad dude. And again, he might have reasons for doing it. They're not very good enough for my mind to make it okay. But yeah. Looks like I got this no problem back here, Bill. But yeah, Tolkien definitely did focus on the really big picture a lot with his stories, which is why his world building is so amazing, I think, too. Because have you guys ever played the Total War games? I think John Hammer said he used to play the Total War games, but I love those games. And I just love that whole aspect of being able to control maybe this could have happened in history and they'd done this. And, you know, you have your, you know, you're playing, you know, France and you're, you know, attacking, you know, some other random place. You're attacking England, which I mean, probably did happen. But, you know, in 900 AD, it's like, why is France there? Just like fun things, you can just change the history of things, you know? All right. I do need to write down what you guys want the Moria thing guide video. So, oh gosh, this is a boss apparently. He's a little more challenging. All right, I think that was it. Oh, nope, not it. More orkies on their way. All right, there. Now is that it, or is there still more? I'm just, you know what I'm really happy about with LOTRO 2, guys? I'm really happy to see how big, like, LOTRO's starting to grow again with a population, and, like, they're really working on it, and you can tell the creators just love it, and they love their community, the, you know, Standing Stones, and that they've hired new people, and that things are going up in the world in that way. That makes me really excited, too, because, like, you know, there is always that worry that it's like, oh, you know, is it, you know, every game is going to end someday, right? Like these kind of games, you know, is that going to be soon? But now, because of all this, it's like, oh, good, we have many years still. And that makes me really happy. I'm pretty happy about that. So I think that's exciting. And again, LOTRO to me is a breath of fresh air when it comes to just staying really true to Tolkien on things. Because again, I don't mind game companies, shows trying new things and stuff, but when something flops and we don't enjoy it as much, it's nice to come back to LOTRO.
The main gate has been repulsed.
Or Peter Jackson's movies, right? Even The Hobbits, right? Now again, a lot of the stuff that was in The Hobbit people didn't like. I find it funny because those are the things that Peter Jackson put in. They were like trying to force him to put in, like the whole love triangle thing. Peter Jackson was adamantly against that, and the people that were kind of above him saying were like, oh, we really want that. And he's like, ugh. So I mean, he did a pretty good job, all things considered, but it obviously wasn't as. That was one of my least favorites. And then, of course, the CGI. I find it funny with the Hobbit movies with CGI. Granted, they were way ahead of their time with the cameras, right? The cameras in the 3D was really good for that time. But, like, the CGI in the Lord of the Rings movies, and this is something interesting that I didn't really realize until I heard Andy Serkis talk about it. The Lord of the Rings, the Peter Jackson movies, were one of the first ones to use AI stuff. They were using AI stuff to duplicate battle scenes in the background for certain parts. And it's so good CGI, I didn't even realize. I thought it was actually like you can sort of tell at the Battle of Helm's Deep that there's like, but at the same time, it's so freaking good. You don't even, it's like, everything looks great, you know? And again, I don't understand why the Hobbit movies, you could kind of tell more that it was CGI. I guess the way they did it, maybe, you know? But like, and even like Gollum, he's like the first CGI, like real CGI, the whole thing character. Like, really there is. He was kind of like, he even kind of helped the whole video game industry start doing where they have actors, like the dots on their face, right? They make the character based on the actor. I mean, it's quite ahead of its time, the Lord of the Rings movies. And I mean, look, the originals hold up today, and now that they remastered them, they are better than most things today, right? If you watch the remastered versions, I highly recommend them. The 4K remastered, they really are worth it if you have the money. They're good. It's not a scam. It's not just a marketing thing. The remastered actually is remastered, and if you have a good TV that can play it in 4K, oh my gosh, it's amazing, you guys. So I keep watching them and seeing things because I'd seen the movies, you know, extended editions and stuff hundreds of times, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are like really good. I kept like noticing new things that I didn't notice before because it was so clear in the background too. Very interesting. Hey, what's up, Ice? Welcome. We are doing little split epic battles together right now. If you need to do anything, we're trying to get our characters up so we can do stuff together here on other alts. Since you have to do it on every alt, which we were talking about that we'd love an update for that. Okay. Keep your men alive. We gotta be real close, Bell. We've gotta kill some more orcs. Wait, why did someone's YouTube just restricted your message for no reason? Why can I not? Can I unrestrict? Is there an option for this? I don't understand as the creator why when YouTube automatically restricts a message without telling me, why it doesn't give me the option to unrestrict it. YouTube, can you fix that? It'd be great. It would be a great update. Allow me to undo it. Because like, obviously I know some of my subscribers who watch it aren't going to say something bad, so I don't know why. Sometimes it'll just take a random thing and be like, oh, this is bad, banned. It's like, no, it's not. Stop it. Stop it, YouTube. Yeah, it does. It does happen in comments too. And it's really frustrating because a lot of times, John Hammer, it doesn't tell me. That's the really annoying part. Hey, we got a gold medal. Good job, Bell. We did it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And in fact, like, you know, a lot of people, if you watch the extended version of the last battle of The Hobbit, right? I love the whole part with the wagon race, with the rams, and, you know, even the ridiculous, way stupid over the top, where they fly over and they take all those trolls' heads off, right, with the cart. Way overkill, right? But again, it felt to me like the Hobbit books, because the Hobbit books were a children's book, right? And it was like the dwarves were like magical, like they could just get away with anything, it seemed like, right, in the story. And like even in the something they took out to make it more realistic for the movies, but in the books they have their instruments the whole time. They don't even lose them in Goblin Town. They like have cellos with them, right? And I love that. Oh, nice, you got plat. Good job. I love that about the Hobbit book. So again, that battle scene was so much better with the extended edition stuff in The Hobbit. But yeah, again, it just seemed... And one thing I don't like with a lot of battle scenes is when they move things really quickly. Like a lot of the Transformer movies, like the newer ones, they move things really fast. You can't quite see what's going on. That use of slow-mo sometimes, like too much is silly, but enough where you can see what's going on is really nice, right? Like, again, granted, there was a little bit of slow-mo stuff they did with, like, Thranduil. And again, it was nice because you could see what was happening. But I would have liked that a little bit more with the dwarf fighting and stuff. But, yeah, but what I did love about the battle scene was the whole part. Granted, the elves and dwarves never actually fought in the book. But in the movie, they have the extended edition, they actually fight for a minute, right? The elves shoot arrows. The dwarves shoot their little ballista shot things that take the arrows out of the sky. That to me was so freaking cool. I don't care if people are like, that's unrealistic. I don't care. The dwarves are like the engineers, right? Dwarves and goblins are like the ones that kind of invent things in Lord of the Rings. And I just love that the dwarves had that device to block arrows. I thought that was so cool. Such a cool idea. Granted, in practicality, not so much. I don't know. But it still was a really interesting idea. Mythbusters. They should mythbust that. Shoot a giant ballista to block arrows. Can it work? All right, so let's see how we're all doing. We got more people online now. Helm is here. All right, so Helm, you can do anything, right? As in epic battles, we're trying to. Oh, Athme is here too. Are you gonna play? Is that person here? I'll just ask. Are you here to do epic battles too? Or just having fun? Dang it. You're up to the glittering... Okay. Well, let's see. What did we need to do next here? So the deeping wall. So me and Belle need to technically do the deeping wall right now to get to the glitter. Oh wait a second. No, we can't do it because we'd have to do the deeping wall too. And the group size is not available. You can only do 2 or 12 man for the deeping wall. Oh, that's a little rough. Is the deeping wall a faster one? Belle, I think we're gonna launch this and just get it done while we chat right now in the stream. Helm, for the glittering cave one, you could do it solo if you wanted to. Or if you want, you could wait a little bit. And the thing is, I don't know if we'll get to it during the stream for these characters, because we'd also have to do the deeping comb. That's a lot. But let's see. Let's just do this one, me and Belle right now. We'll work it out. If you have any alts that need to get in the other prerequisites done, let's just hang out right now and do them. That's kind of the goal of the stream today. We're just working up our kinship with our alts and our characters and making sure that we have multiple characters that can do all the epic battles. That's kind of the goal right now. Oh gosh, that's the worst. Yeah, I totally agree. The elves jumping over the dwarves with the shield wall, that I cringe every time. Because my favorite part of that scene is when the dwarves are like about to fight the elves and they kind of are kicking butt and the elves are kind of kicking their butt and they're like, we're seeing these cool formations. And then like Dane's like, the hordes of hell are upon us! Dwarves, let's go! And basically they just ignore the elves because they now know the elves will not attack them in the back. So I think that's kind of funny that they trust the elves enough. They're about to go and fight them over, rights to the mountain. And then they're like, oh yeah, the elves are going to be on our side. We're good. They totally trust them. They turn their backs on the elves and they march in with that cool dwarven formation. So cool. Then the elves jump over the shield wall. Why? It would have been so much cooler if the elves had come up behind the dwarves in formation and like done spears like over them or something, like over the shield wall, right? To like help hold the shield wall. That would have been, to me, really cool. And then maybe the archers move up behind the shield wall and start shooting past them. Like, that to me would have been way better than what they did. Now, granted, the way it looks, it's sort of like, okay, well, they sort of can do that and jump in and, do some slashes, and they move forward, and then the dwarves, push the shield wall, which also looked really cool, and the dwarves all kind of charge as a group. The dwarves looks great the whole time. It's the elves that I got a little annoyed a bit with that jump thing. I totally 100% agree with you. That part really bothers me in the Hobbit movie. Yeah, there were some orc parts too that were like, ugh. All right, so we just need to defend the deeping wall. So our goal is just to kill things here and do our best. Yeah, I know. And it's like, it used to be, it seemed like Hollywood, like, we're good at making cool moments, right? And now it's like, the realism isn't there. Like, you gotta have, and this is something that I talked about with my friends the other day, and also just in general on some other videos. If you define a set of rules for what's in your story, it doesn't matter if it's a magic system, fantasy system, whatever it is. You have to stay in your rules. Because the moment you jump outside of those rules, even if it's fantasy, now the realism that your mind has been put into to enjoy that story, right? What's real in that world, whether that be you have dragons, magic, but if you suddenly just jump outside of that, let's say you're riding a dragon into battle, that's in your mind right now, it's real, right? Because that's the rules have been set, it's a fantasy. But then suddenly a void opens up next to you and, you know, you suddenly have a spaceship come out. Okay, the realism has just been exploded and destroyed, right? It's gone, right? Because that's not part of the fantasy rules. This is not a space sci-fi. This is dragons and magic, right? Like, so that's what I'm saying about the fact that you need to, like, stay inside your rules to keep that in a positive way, your mind fooled that this is real in the premise we have, right, for the storytelling. Anyway. All right, so we need to make sure we keep these guys healed up.
We will stand to see the defenses.
Anyway, I think you guys get what I'm saying with that. But yeah, again, that took me out of the realism, the fact that the elves are like jumping over the thing. And again, I love Legolas, but the whole part with that bridge where he's like running up falling rocks. Granted, we know that they've premised in the Lord of the Rings movies that elves are really light, they can walk on snow, all this kind of stuff. But, I don't know, that kind of took me in that same thing of, kind of taking me out of your own already premised storyline, you know, like fantasy. Even from a movie telling perspective, right? Tolkien never does that. Tolkien stays in he understands that with storytelling. But I'm just talking about Hollywood movieizing, right? Like you were saying. Anyway, I hope I'm not boring everybody with my talk, but it was a good point you made. Oh man. Oh, Belle, we need to be getting the catapults. I'm gonna run up there and start shooting at them. I forgot there are catapults here. Oh no, this catapult's already destroyed. Does that mean we're dead, Zoe? We may have to reset, Belle. Possibly. Our catapult is already destroyed. I forgot we have to kill the catapults. Can I go into heal mode here? I can just go into heal mode. All right, Belle, I'm gonna start healing our troops here. The best I can. And run over to me, Belle, if you need heals. Alright, I'm gonna try to get our troops healed up here best I can. Gosh, this is a lot of... There's way too many people to heal. Sorry guys, I'm not gonna talk for a second just in the stream here. We just focus on trying to get as many people healed as I can so we don't lose any troops here. How's our main characters doing? They're fine. Bill, you want to go around and help me look for... Tell me if you see anyone that's really wounded.
Sneaking through the culvert. Aid the workers in sealing the opening at once.
Can you go aid those workers, Bill, while I keep doing this for that quest? Woo! They're in the back, Belle. You have to go down the stairs. They're trying to like destroy the whatever in the back. I'm just gonna focus really hard on so we can win the fight. I mean, win the game. Even if we don't get a good point, I just want to get us the finish. All right, the good news is since I can go healing Runekeeper, I think we're okay. We're not going to lose our troops. I'm not bored. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy yourself. Today, our goal is to just try to get our characters done with these I'm going to start calling them kinship streams, I think, when we do stuff with the kinship as a group. On Crickhollow. By the way, if you guys are on Crickhollow, you are welcome to join the kinship. I just ask that you are a subscriber, which is free on the channel. So you know our group. And you're welcome to join our Discord. There's a link down there. And don't forget to like and subscribe on the channel too. Again, I'm getting better at remembering it to say like and subscribe. Because I forget sometimes when I'm watching a video and then someone will say it and I'll be like, oh yeah. Some of my favorite people that I watch. Can I heal the banners? No, they're only repairable. Okay. Well, that's a bummer. Alright. Gosh, there's so many units for me to check. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, it's annoying. I kind of wish my AoE could hit them, but it can't. It'd be so amazing if this Rousing Words AoE would hit them, but it only can hit people in my fellowship. All right. Epic of the Ages, full heal. Keep those generals alive. All right, I think I got them all back to full health. Belle, if you want to try to repair some of the banners. I don't think we're gonna be able to repair them all, but oh here, Belle, let me heal you. Sorry, I didn't see you got hit by the. There you go. All right, this is gonna take us a little longer because I'm in healing instead of damage, but that's okay. I think I can focus on the chat a little more again here in a second. Glad I have all these like little casts I can do. Ow! Direct hit on my head? Darn the stupid catapults. This is not ideal for doing this. Oh, ouch. Oh no, that guy's gonna die. Epic for the ages! I gotta look where the catapult hits, because if it hits in a spot where I can know where everyone's wounded, then I can just switch to that spot. It looks like they're shooting towards the middle, which is nice. Have we lost any? So we've only lost one soldier? Heck yeah. Okay, well, I'm doing it. I'm keeping them alive. Can my Healy Stone heal them? I don't think so. Alright. Hold your ground, men! You can do it! Runekeeper healers are... This would not really be very... as a minstrel, I don't think I could be doing this. The fact that Runekeepers can like drop little tiny heals on everyone really fast makes this way more manageable. Again, this is not how you're supposed to do it, guys. You're supposed to kill the catapults with the catapult on the wall. I may have just forgot, and then it died.
The culvert has been sealed.
All right, there we go. We're doing it. All right, there we go. Cool. I am done focusing. Yeah, suspension of disbelief. That was the word I was trying to think of. Thank you. Very, very good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was exactly what I was explaining, and I forgot the actual term. That's it, the suspension of disbelief, which is something you could do in a story. And it makes you feel like then you're enjoying the realism of the story. And then if you break that, that goes away, and then suddenly it doesn't feel as good of a story because you're like, well, that's dumb, because that's not how it's supposed to be. Airmere calls will soon rejoin the battle. Alright, I think everybody is healed. I wish I could, like, tab target through them, but since they're not my fellowship. No! Darn you! Explodey. What an actual pain, man. There we go. All right. Oh. No, are you talking about when Gimli gets on the horse, or when Legolas does that like crazy swing, like from the neck thing? Because like I do know that is possible for humans to do what he did, because I've seen it in like trick shows. And he is an elf. But you're talking about when Gimli gets on the horse, right? But like, I understand what you're saying. Still, I totally get that. Even though that's one part. When Legolas does in the Lord of the Rings movie, to me felt more like, oh, he's an elf, he could do that, versus like the Hobbit movies where he's like, you know, jumping on pieces of stone as they fall, which technically might work in physics, but if he does have some ability like that, but I still thought it was kind of silly. All right, well, is there any objective right now that we actually have to be doing? Oh my gosh, these guys took so much damage. I look away for 5 seconds. Oh my gosh, dude. A double wombo shot. Ugh. Oh, it's getting harder to keep up with all these guys taking damage. How much does this heal for? Pretty decent amount. Oh, I'm really having to focus on healing these guys up. I'm glad that they sometimes miss the frickin' catapults, because this would be a lot harder if they were just directly hitting each time. I still have not let a soldier die, though, since I started healing. That one soldier dead. Of course, I'm gonna jinx it if I'm not careful. Yeah, I definitely think it was definitely just, oh, look how awesome Legolas is moment.
Orcs are coming to defile the
But again, it was like it was kind of like a tricked move. It wasn't very realistic, as in like what you should be doing as a galloping horse is coming. But I definitely think it was. I think it was plausible. Like I think that's possible. But yeah, I definitely know what you're saying though. And for most is gonna be like, that doesn't seem very realistic. Though I will say, I won't lie, I thought that part was pretty cool. But again, I think the fact that like they established he can walk on snow and he's like an elf, for me, that made it believable enough for me in the moment. But I definitely get what you're saying though. I still don't even know like if the snow thing though from the book makes sense, honestly, from the movies. I know they established in the movies, but like, does he say that in the book they can walk on snow? I don't know if he does, Tolkien. I don't know if he says that about the elves. We know that they don't get cold because of the light, you know, that extra immortality soul they have, which is really cool. By the way, one thing that killed me in the Rings of Power series, I mean, there's a lot of things, but it's the Mithril stuff. You guys all know this. I couldn't stand it, dude, what they did with the Mithril story. The elves don't need Mithril to survive in Middle-earth, guys. That is not a thing. Like, I know that they made that up, like, oh, this will be a cool plot. It's like, no. No, it messes up so it goes counterintuitive to so much of Tolkien's lore. That's why maybe again, if it's something like again the Gollum game, it doesn't contradict any of Tolkien's lore. Like there might be one or two little things there where you can find the Gollum game like, yeah, that doesn't really fit with Tolkien's lore. But like Rings of Power, it was like just blatant. It's like that does not work with the lore at all. They're basically just slapping names and regions and making their own story. And it's like, you know, in the ballpark story of the original, right? Like some of them weren't in the ballpark. Again, the Mithril thing, it killed me. The friendship though between Durin and Elrond, I liked. I thought that was cool. All right, well we failed another thing, but you know what? We didn't fail the war. That's what matters. I must say it is getting very tiresome healing these soldiers every freaking like second. Bell, try to give the commanders the heal command too when you can on some of the commanders. I really wish I could AoE heal, hit these guys. I can only use single targets on the NPCs. That'd be a nice quality of life update too. Should probably not let Bell die back there though. There's one guy there. I can't quite click. There he is. Got him. Give him an Epic of the Ages heal. Full heal. Dude, Epic of the Ages is such a crazy heal. 22,000 and 32,000. If it crits, it heals like 80,000 HP. It's insane, you guys. It's so good. Elvin does a little face. He's like, ooh. Legolas can pull it off moment. If Legolas can do it, who can't? I feel like that's something you should never ask yourself, okay? What would Legolas do? Don't. Just don't do it. I gotta get off this roof. What would Legolas do? No, don't do it. Yeah, don't ask yourself that question when you're on top of a roof. You gotta break a leg, and not in a good way. Well, I managed to keep everyone healthy. Oh, and then a meteor hits me in the head. Just kidding. Looks like a meteor, man, the way it comes in. Okay, almost there. Almost there. We're getting close. We're getting close. And destroy. Until wait, oh yeah, and then yeah. I know, yeah. I was just like, it's killing me, dude. Well, the whole story of Mithril, you know, my sister pointed this out, and I'm gonna tell you guys since you're all here, the live people here for this story. My sister pointed this out, something besides just the frustration of what they did with the Mithril story, but the fact that they said the reason Mithril is so powerful is that it's the essence of an elf and a Balrog, the good and evil, okay? So one thing that goes very counterintuitive to Tolkien's lore is that Tolkien doesn't like to point out that evil is not powerful. Like, right? There's not a good and evil that, oh, well, evil has a strength to it, right? No, evil is evil. Good is good. The good are the strong. The evil wants to corrupt and destroy, right? So the fact that they're trying to point out that the Mithril is strong because it has the essence of a Balrog and an elf mixed into it, which is so far-fetched in the lore. Like, what were they on when they made that plot line? That to me was where my criticism was. I was like, so my sister pointed that out though, like, that doesn't make sense. Why would the Balrog strengthen it, right? And it's like, shouldn't that like corrupt it or weaken it? And it's like, yeah, exactly. Like, that was a really good point that I thought she made. I was very impressed. I was like, yeah, that's a good point. Not to say that the plot line itself is kind of annoying. It doesn't really make sense that that would strengthen it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Mithril thing bothered me because it also kind of belittled the way Mithril was found. Mithril was found in Khazad-dûm not because of a battle that happened on the roof, and like there was like a special magical tree at the top, and like it was so many like it again, the disbelief there, the suspension of disbelief went away when suddenly it's like, okay, so a Balrog and this elf are fighting on the Misty Mountains, and there's a magical tree they're fighting around. And because they're at this magical tree, when they fought, a lightning bolt hit that tree right when they were fighting. And it fused their essences through the tree all the way down to the heart of the mountain. Like, think about that when it's said out loud, how utterly ridiculous it sounds, even for a fantasy show, right? It's like, wait, what? What? And that's the reason the elves need it, because this one elf, which is not really named, apparently had magical essence that's gonna save all the other elves in Middle-earth. And why are they being corrupted by Middle-earth? That is not the reason the elves are leaving, by the way, in the Lord of the Rings, guys. And that's not the reason that Arwen starts having troubles. I think that's what they were trying to play it on. There's a whole different reason for that, right? Arwen is choosing to lose her immortal life because she's a half-elf. She is not a full elf, right? But they give him the gift of you can choose to be a full elf with full immortality, or you can choose to be human, right? Or immortal, excuse me. The gift of immortality, the gift of it, right? Again, that's a weird thing in Tolkien's lore. It's like, wouldn't you want to live forever? Well, maybe you wouldn't want to live forever, right? Like, maybe that's the whole thing. Again, I think that's kind of cool that Tolkien kind of goes into that idea anyway. Because, like, don't you want to go to heaven, right? Like where it's perfect and there's no more problems? Like that's the kind of idea, right? That's like Tolkien is hinting at, with that being a gift. On a side note. Oh my goodness, you guys! These things shooting my soldiers. It's the worst. All right, Bill, keep it up. We're doing it. I wish we could be shooting the enemies. I hope we don't actually have to just kill the catapults, and that's the reason. I'm assuming what's happening is we just have to kill enough of these freaking units to be able to move on to the next steps. That's my guess. And since we kind of messed up, it didn't shoot them. I kind of wonder, Belle, if we should just reset, if it would be faster, be using the catapult. What do you guys think? You guys think me and Bill should reset? If it doesn't give another objective, Bill, in like 2 minutes, we should reset, because this is going to take forever otherwise. Bill, you can also use these drop things here if you want to load them and drop them. All right, Flab, sounds good. Awesome, yes. You're welcome to stay in the stream as long as you want. All right, I have a little bit of a break here. I wonder if we can't finish, Bell, without killing those catapults out there. I'm thinking we may need to reset here. Oh, later. Someone getting off. See you guys. Oh, John Hammer, ready to go? See you, John Hammer. Or are you just saying you're staying on stream? Was that you that was in the chat? Is Flam your other character? All right, Belle. Let's leave. This is gonna get too monotonous. It's not progressing, which means we're stuck. I think we need to kill. We need to make sure we're using the catapult. I just forgot to use it. That's my bad. Oh, got it. Got it. Okay. All right. Sweet. Anyway, though, enough of me ranting on the Rings of Power mithril trope. I just thought that was weird. It was really a weird way for, and like how the elves kind of just knew the dwarves had mithril, right? Like they already knew because of a story, because of this story. Here's, again, that's a whole nother thing. The dwarves discovered mithril. It made it seem like the elves, and also, here's another thing that bothered me about that, and I'll stop. The elves, that, because it's like the essence partially of an elf, that gives claim to the elves that somehow mithril is like their birthright, right? Because, well, the dwarves are keeping it from us, but it was our ancestor, the elf's essence that's in it. It's like, no, what is this, Dark Crystal? The series, right? Like, what the heck, right? That doesn't make any sense. Like, the dwarves discovered mithril. The elves loved it. They wanted some. Once they found out the dwarves discovered mithril, the dwarves showed them later. Now, it would have been far more believable to me if Elrond had discovered the mithril and told everyone. Okay? That would have been more thing. But no. Gil-galad just knows about it because of this random story that mithril was created. So go find out if the dwarves found it. I don't know. That just bothers me in so many levels. It ruins like 4 plots of Tolkien's original lore. That's why it bothers me so much. Again, when I make fan lore for my characters, I always make it where it respects Tolkien's lore. And same thing, LOTRO does that too, right? And again, I felt like the Gollum game did that pretty well. Too bad the game itself was so glitchy and messed up, right? But again, look, I think the Gollum game is honestly, for me personally, hot take, maybe this isn't for everyone, the Gollum game's lore and storytelling was like, that is how you should make up lore in Middle-earth. Follows the plots. They found a hole where Tolkien doesn't say anything. They made up a story inside that hole, and then they made it tie into the original spots that Tolkien talks about perfectly at the end and beginning. Maybe not for everyone, that story. Maybe a lot of people didn't like it. I don't know. But personally, I loved it, and again, I thought it respected the lore because it didn't extremely go outside of the bounds of Tolkien's stuff. A little bit much on the magic area. The elves, for me, were a little too flamboyant with all their crazy hairdos and stuff. But again, it was their take. It was their creative take. That's the kind of creative stuff that I'm like, okay, I'll let it be. Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. That was the problem with the Gollum game. Like the fact that it was laggy, it was unoptimized. The story was great. The voice actors I thought were good. I actually started to like the Gollum voice actor a lot. But yeah, and the gameplay was just eh. But the thing is, the gameplay for me personally is I might kind of lay up on it with my rating for the gameplay because I did start enjoying it later, and the bottom line is I kind of knew what the gameplay was going to be like months before the game came out. I just guessed it. So I think a lot of people were anticipating a lot more, and that made a lot of people really upset and bummed because they were like, oh, this isn't what I was expecting. I thought I would be able to do anything, kill whatever I want, be kind of like an Assassin's Creed kind of character. I think that's what people were thinking. And I knew it was going to be more like a puzzle, survival, sneaking game, right? I kind of figured that out from the beginning, but not to sound like I'm so smart, but I just guessed it. I was lucky in that way, so. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I think you're saying is like if you change a character entirely, yeah. Flip a character, yeah. that whole stuff with like where they like characters to just switch. I think that with story things like, let's say like a play, I think people should be able to play different roles even if they don't match the description perfectly, if it's a play or something. But when it comes to making like a live action show or something, I think it should be respectful to the original source material, and that's just how I feel about it. I think it should respect Tolkien, so I don't think they should be changing things entirely. I think they should, however Tolkien describes a character, that's the actor they should look for with the features, right? Again, it doesn't matter. We're all special. Everyone has different looks in the world, but depending on what Tolkien was envisioning for that character, that's how they should use that character. That's how my feelings. I think that should be with any author, right? And story. Now, again, if there's a show where they're like, we are purposely going to change this character, we understand that it's this. You know, this is the description of the character, but we're going to completely change it because we want to give this actor was really good, we give him a chance. Cool. Sounds good. Now, again, but the thing is, when they're just like, they just switch characters, right? Switch completely what they look like entirely. I don't think that's respectful to the original person. They don't even mention why they did it. And I just think like it ends up being kind of like, oh, you're going to get a lot of people frustrated at you, right? And a lot of people aren't going to want to watch it because they're like, well, we know what you're doing, right? And it's like, they just need to be, you know what I'm saying? We just need to get to a point where it's like, if we want people, if you want to tell other stories of other cultures, whether it be in real life or in fantasy, like, go tell those stories. Again, Rings of Power, for example, with things. When it comes to like the Haradrim and stuff, look at LOTRO. LOTRO's about to tell stories about Harad and Umbar. That's perfect. That's so cool. I'd love to hear stories about that. And that's another thing with a lot of these live action things. They keep doing that. They don't respect them, right? They don't respect the original story. It's like, if you want to put people that look a lot different than the original character, why don't we tell stories of other cultures, right? Let's do another story. I'd love to hear more stories from other continents. I don't care where it is in the world in real life. I'd love to hear more historical stories or this story or that story. Tell us them. I want to see them. I can relate to anyone. I don't care what they look like, right? And that's how it should be with every story, really. You shouldn't have to have like a representation of yourself, right? However the character is depicted by the creator of that story, that's how they should look. That's my opinion on that. But again, I think there's some wiggle room when it's a play or something. I think that should be, you know, it should be whoever, right? Especially if the play artist has said, I don't care who's in the role, they just need to act this way, right? This kind of characteristics in their personality. But like, again, when it comes to live action things, bring a book to life, a cartoon, an anime, whatever it is, I really think they should stick to the original information from the person. And if they want to have other actors have other things, they need to either tell people, we're going to try this, we know it's changing the character, but we're going to do it, or let's hear some other stories from other places too. That's how I feel about that, right? I think that would be again, I think they should respect Tolkien. I know there's a whole thing, right, with some of the Magic cards with that. They kind of did some like race swapping kind of things. And again, I wouldn't really care if, let's say, why don't you make for particular cards multiple versions of the same person that are different, right? You could do one that's like the original story. You could do one, here's an alternate version, right? Here's another idea, spin on it, right? That would have been a little bit more of a respectful way to respect Tolkien still in that way. But again, if people want to do it that way, they can do it that way. But they shouldn't be upset when people criticize them for doing it too. That's the thing. A lot of times when people criticize things like that, it becomes a big like, oh, how dare you say that? It's like, no, it's not how Tolkien described the character in the book. You guys know what I'm saying. All right, so we're out. We finished that. Well, because we didn't finish it. What do you want to do, Belle? Are you tired? Do you want to do that again? What do you guys want to do? What are we buying in the store? Are you talking about the Rings of Power with the way they did Mordor? Like the volcano explosion? That was the one positive that I really loved about that part. So we're going to say a positive thing about Rings of Power. I don't know how many people liked it, but the way they made Mount Doom go off was a very real way volcanoes go off. So a lot of times when water hits underground volcanoes, magma chambers, it creates a massive amount of pressure and steam because of the heat, and it explodes. So that was very cool to me. I actually liked that. And it made a lot of sense why they were digging this trench, because I thought that trench made no sense originally. And why there were tunnels. So that made a lot of sense. What didn't make sense right after that was the fact that they all survived a Nureadonte, which is French for big freaking fire cloud. No, it's not. That's not an exact translation. My French friends out there are gonna be like, "Really, Zollin?" The heavy mount. Yeah. Unfortunately, Alban, yes. It does seem like they're... I don't think that's the majority of our culture, but I think a lot of people aren't pushing against the fact that that in itself, when people say that and make comments like that, I don't think people realize that that's kind of... Well, I'll say the word real quietly. Hopefully you two don't get me, but I feel like that in itself is kind of racist, right? When people are like saying that, like what you're saying there about Tolkien, when they're saying bad things about him like that, it's like Tolkien was obviously not that, because his story has many different peoples in it, right? It has, and again, Tolkien's stories, everybody can relate to it. There's a reason why his story is so widely sold on the whole planet, because it doesn't matter what your culture is or your background. We're all humans, and we can relate to a dwarf, right? It's not a human, it's a dwarf. We can relate to a hobbit. It's not a human, but it's a hobbit, right? This is the same thing for fantasy, right? We can relate to a character in their story arc. We don't have to have them look just like us. Like, I don't have to see a character like this on screen and I'll say, well, this dwarf is 4 feet tall. I'm, much taller than that in real life. I can't relate to him, though. It's like, no, of course I can still relate, right? It's a character in a story. It doesn't matter. You can relate to someone a different age. If you have a story of a character who's 25 and, you're 50, can you not relate to that character because you're 25 years older? No, of course you can. You went through that. Can you do it opposite? Could you relate to a 50-year-old if you're 25? Well, you don't have as much experience as a 50-year-old, so you might not have a few concepts, but realistically, you can think of yourself ahead at 50 and kind of relate to that character stuff, right? So age is a little bit more fickle on that when it's going that direction. But still, I still think you could relate to the character. And then once you get to that age, you really relate to the character then. I think that there is some frustration towards Tolkien because his stuff was very successful. And I feel like they think they need to make it, they can get money off that, right? And again, hopefully there's going to be one group that finally, like Peter Jackson, comes around and makes something, or the Lord of the Rings game here, that do a really good job and really respect Tolkien and realize, oh, it's great. And that's a thing too. I think the fact that a lot of times that you hear when people have an opinion on something, right? And then they're like, well, you can't have that opinion because you're not of that race. It's like, what? We're all humans. We're one race. There is not multiple races on this earth. Now, granted, it'd be really cool we had elves and hobbits and dwarves, but we don't. We're all one race on Earth, right? We all came from the same gene pool originally. Yeah, exactly. You can watch Korean or Japanese stuff and totally relate, right? And again, there are similarities across cultures, too. So, like, we have awesome differences, which there should be, and yet we can all still be friends and see the good things, right? There's good things and bad things in every culture. But I think that's so cool. I just think that's really cool. Anyway, I'm sorry to go into this big discussion, but it came up because we were talking about Rings of Power, and then I just felt like I wanted to talk about it. Sometimes I just talk about things that I feel like talking about. I try to do it from a positive perspective. Hopefully I do. But I do have my thoughts on these things, and I really do care about everyone in the world, and I've never judged anybody on their race. And I teach the fun thing about California is we have a very big mesh, we have a very big mixing pot in California, probably more than like the whole America really is that, right? It's really peoples who from all over the world who have come here, but we have a lot of that in California. And like as a teacher of like 4 and 5 year olds at my church, I have every race of kid in my class, and I have never thought of any of them differently. I've always thought of them all equally, and I've enjoyed it. And again, it's sad that I even need to make that comment, right? I don't know what's going on here. We'll ignore that. But I think the fact that like we're starting to like, there's a lot of stuff in Hollywood stuff like pointing things out, like, oh well, you need to realize that person's different than you. It's like no. We went away from that. We went to a good spot about 20 years ago, 15 years ago, and now we're like going the other way, right? We're like going back to like splitting people up into groups. It's like, no, we're all one human race. We should all not be thinking about how people look, right? Does that, I mean, you guys, yeah. Tribalism, yeah, exactly. We should all be, we should be good. Everyone should be friendly. All right. And again, that's how it's always been. And it bothers me now that a lot of times in these movies and stuff, they're making me think, oh, that person is a different, looks different than me. No, I don't care. We all have individual looks. That's cool. That should be a good thing. It shouldn't be a dividing thing, right? That we look different. I don't know. Hopefully I'm not sounding too preachy. It is past 9 here. Oh yeah, it's okay. Well, we can do some more too later, Belle. So don't worry about it too much. I don't want to go too late either for you guys. And I know like Ice, it's really is it late for you, Ice, or is it early in the morning, or is it afternoon? Oh no, you're like 8 hours ahead of me, right? So it's like the morning time for you, right, in Australia? Yeah, exactly. You can totally relate to other things. I think the fact that like we're getting a lot of stories told where they're like switching out characters, and I think they're not doing it for, I don't think a lot of characters being, personally, this is a hot take on it, okay? I don't think a lot of characters and a lot of live actions in the last like 5 years have been switched out, like race switching or whatever it is, whatever kind of switching it is, gender roles, whatever. I don't think a lot of it is because they think, oh, this is a good actor and it's like a play, like let's just let them try and have the spotlight, right? I don't think that's the majority of them. I think the majority of them, they're doing it for certain other underlining reasons. And I don't want to think that, but that's kind of what's going on. And I think that I would personally love to hear some more stories of other cultures. If people feel like they're not getting enough of their characters or these actors, I think that we should bring out some more stories. We don't have to like change characters in the stories that are already there. Respect the authors of those stories. Get some other stories. There's thousands and thousands of stories from every continent and every country and every culture in our world. Why don't we bring some other ones to life on the screen, right? That's what I feel like should be happening. I think we should just be getting other stories too. I would love that, because I can relate to whatever story, right? It's 11 a.m. Oh, it's nice, right in the afternoon for you. It would usually be a lot earlier. Yeah, we pushed a little later because this morning for me at 11, I went to breakfast with my family. It was very nice. Yeah, and the thing is with we won't go into it too much because I don't want to go into. Unfortunately, so many things are politicals, but I try really hard to stay Tolkien-ish. That's why I was mainly sticking to like conversations about what Tolkien, respecting Tolkien, right, with Rings of Power and stuff. But that stuff with the Ariel, I'm sure that actors did a great job and stuff. I'm not gonna see it because I don't really care to see any more live actions of Disney stuff personally. But it was very dark, a lot of my friends told me who did see it. And not dark as in like scary, but dark as in like the lighting was really dark from the original cartoon. So I just think, yeah. And that's the thing too. That's what hurts me too, because a lot of these actors and actresses, I'm sure, are just happy they got this cool part and stuff. And I feel like you're saying there, they're probably feeling used, right? Like they were like trying to do a political point by doing something, maybe. I don't know. Again, this is hypothetical, right? You can't be sure. But we have a lot of cases to go on now that kind of makes you go, oh, why are they doing that again? Kind of thing. But again, if it was a theater thing, if it was they don't care about the character or the original story, or there was not an original cartoon, or there's not an original book, whoever gets the part, whoever does the best job, it should be on their own merit. That should be. as an actor or actress. I don't care. But when it comes to we have original stories from Tolkien, we have original stories from people, they should be able to follow the original character, right? Character arc. And again, everyone should be able to relate. This thing that people are like, oh, I can't relate because that person doesn't look like me. What? By the way, most people aren't saying that, no matter what the culture, too. I always find that funny. They're always like, oh, everyone says that they want, to be represented kind of thing. I am seeing more and more with a lot of my friends who are all backgrounds. Again, I shouldn't have to say that, but they're all backgrounds. I should be able to have this opinion no matter what, because we're all one race, humans. But a lot of people are like, we don't care about that. If we really want us to do that, let's bring up more stories. Like I was just saying a minute ago, let's have more stories, right? More stories would be great. Yeah. And again, this isn't like, I totally get it, but this isn't just this is a thing that's happening all over the place. This isn't just an American thing. I have a lot of friends all over the world, so. Yeah, I agree though. I also don't like to talk about this stuff ever, so. A Voy of the Ring episode after this. Yes, please go have fun. Watch that episode. Yeah. So on a positive thing then, going on to what we're going to do next. So I'd like to play some Valheim, okay? So, and then, yeah, I'd like to play some Valheim. I'm going to try to, after this, I'm going to try to get set up all our community posts for the week, for the month where you guys get to do the quizzes. Have you been enjoying that with the community posts here live? Have you guys been enjoying what I've been posting with the quizzes, Bilbo quiz, and like Fight Friday and all the different ones I've made up? I might change them up in the future, depending on what I feel and like, but, yeah. We'll see. And again, the Gollum game video, I finished that. So I might clip my reaction at the end of that as a new video if you guys want to see it later as just a 20-something minute video, just so you can hear my reaction with the end of it. I really did enjoy it a lot, actually, by the end. I was like, that was a pretty cool story. It was way less glitchy in the recording. It was still glitchy, but less when I wasn't using my camera. So, because again, it was so intensive. It shouldn't be so intensive, the game. And then, the wings on the helmet. Oh, you got wings on your helmet? I want to see. But yeah, I hope that you guys appreciate it. I really try really hard on this channel to keep political things and stuff out of it, to the best of my ability with that. Again, occasionally, sometimes like with a subject like Rings of Power or something that's happening, I have to say something in a nice way, and I try to do it really from a positive perspective. But again, I really try to make this channel be a spot you guys can just escape and enjoy yourself in the Lord of the Rings Tolkien fantasy, right? And it's really annoying these day and age, just like our friend was saying. Again, I'm sorry I can't really read your name. I don't know what you want me to call you. I'll say A for now, but I don't know your language to read that. Is that what is that language? Is it I have like two guesses, but I'm not sure. You'll have to tell me. But I really do try really hard to keep this channel really fun and positive. And again, not political. And I have my views in life and everything, but I don't push that. I don't want to talk about that on people. Right? Russian? Is that what it is? It's Greek. Ah, very cool. Very cool. So then I assume you're pretty good with the so obviously you know pretty good English if you can communicate so well. Do you know how many multiple languages do you know then? That's pretty impressive. Oh, I missed that by a mile. Yeah, I didn't think it was Russian the way it was looking at it. I thought it was probably somewhere around the middle right side of Europe. That's what I was guessing. So I was close, but I probably wouldn't have guessed it correct entirely. You guys look pretty cool with your armor there. Alex. Is that... Oh, is that it? Oh, wow, that's impressive, my friend. That's impressive. I took Japanese in college, but I cannot speak it fluently. But I would like to learn better. Man, I like watching those YouTube channels where those people can like speak multiple languages and learn it like really fast. What, polyglots? Is that what they're called? Is that the term? Or they have the ability to just learn languages like overnight. It's very impressive. But it's cool to have that. What a blessing to have that ability. Let's see here. They added a new little thing on YouTube there to put little like hearts, but it's kind of annoying because I can't quite read the chat because of it. There we go. Nani? What? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you guys found it now. Yeah, the little happy things. Yeah, it's fine, but the problem is when it's on the far right of my screen, it covers sometimes things you say in the bottom, because it's right there on the bottom for me too. I probably could turn it off, but anyway, yeah, this was really a blast to hang out with you guys today. I had a lot of fun. We covered a lot of things. We did a lot of stuff with the kinship, and we will continue to grow our kinship here on Crickhollow. And remember, guys, stay happy. Don't let this stuff in the world get to you, right? These subjects. It's really hard, again, like I said. Things get pushed on us all the time with the media. Just ignore it. It's good to know what you believe and stuff in life, but just... You come here to Voice of the Rings, we're going to have fun. We're going to do Lord of the Rings stuff. Because, again, it's a cultural thing that everyone around the whole world loves Lord of the Rings. That's the best part, right? Oh, okay, relatives in the U.S. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Elvin, turn off the TV. You guys know I have not had cable since I was like, I think it's been years. I was a young child. Our whole family, we just got rid of it. We're like, we're done. We're done with this. I get all of my information and stuff, what's going on in the world, from people I trust and stuff. Different sources that I know I've kind of verified and trust. So yeah. And honestly, don't believe... this is one thing I want to say in the defense of the good people here that aren't yelling, let's say. There's a lot of extreme groups that are very small minorities in America with political stuff that make loud noise, including the media. That is not the majority opinion, usually, of Americans. We're very chill. We're very positive. We're very fun. A lot of people come here will realize that. But it makes me kind of cringe sometimes with the media, what they think of America with the rest of the world, when that's the only lens they see it through. So, yeah. So, again, I try to do that for other countries, too, by the way. When I see the medias in other countries saying things, I try to realize that I shouldn't do my whole thought of that whole country and all those people around whatever that media just said it from their country, right? Like, I try really hard not to do that, because it's really easy to not do that. Just accept it as, oh, I guess that whole country does this. It's like, of course they don't. I haven't watched TV in decades now. I know. Yeah, YouTube is a lot better. But again, it's really hard in this day and age, because I'm sure you get this probably even in Greek. In that area, I don't know where you live, where you speak Greek, Greece or whatever. But it gets kind of hard sometimes, right? Where it's like things are being pushed all the time into every little space, and you're like, stop it. You know, it used to be like political things were like, that was when you did politics, you know, one time a year when you voted and learned stuff. That's it. And now it's like, it's in everything. It's like, stop it. We just want to relax. We don't want to do that every second, right? Like, and I feel like that's not just an issue here in America, from what my friends say, and because I have a lot of people I know in England, and I have some family friends in Scotland, and then of course my German background, and then a couple other places, and I have a few friends that are in Japan and stuff too. So it's yeah. And there's lots of clickbait, click, right? Negative things on the media. Just ignore it. Half of it is just it blown out of proportion anyway. We also like to blow things up on the 4th of July. Yes, we do, Elvin. We definitely like to do that. We like our fireworks. We like our barbecues. This is true. Now, granted, that's not everyone, but I love it, and we'll be having some fun. Again, it's a 4th of July thing. You know, Independence Day. Again, we now love our English neighbors and our background. They're our friends. So, obviously, we just do it for a fun celebration, kind of. And things, and remembering the people who sacrificed and stuff. Heroes, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's fun. It'll be fun 4th of July. I'll say hi to you guys. I don't think we'll be doing any live streams. It's a Tuesday, so. But anyway, my friends, we'll finish it up there. Sorry, I just wanted to say that, just throw that out there, though, about that with, like, don't believe everything, you know. Don't judge a whole group of people on one news media. What one person says, that's all. Yeah, I've learned that in my life now with enough people that I'm like, I try to judge the individuals, right? No matter where it is. Because, like, you're not always agree on everything, right? Your leader might do something of a country, and most, you know, a big majority might not agree what that leader is doing, right? And vice versa. And this is with any country, right? I'm sure that's what a lot of Russians feel like with things, or whatever country, right, going on. I'm just saying that because there's the war stuff, right? But again, we're not talking about that. Not going to that. That's not my channel. We're doing Tolkien stuff. All right. I like these dances going on. But yes, we will continue to be as free from that content as possible on this channel, and we will keep doing a positive, staying true to Tolkien goal of this channel, while we stay fun and positive and do Lord of the Rings stuff and grow our Voice of the Rings family. Alrighty, my friends. Well, I went a lot longer than I was planning on today, but I had a blast. I had fun talking with you guys. So thanks so much. We will be doing more kinship stuff in the... I'm going to probably start calling these streams kinship streams, by the way. Just so you know for the future, instead of epic battle streams, because we probably will start doing other things besides epic battles too. We'll probably do those continuously for a couple more streams, but once we have enough people to do high enough level to do regular instances or things like that, we'll start doing that too occasionally. It'll be fun. So excited. And before I forget, thank you to my wonderful Patreons right there. Thank you for their support. Again, thank you guys for liking and subscribing. I appreciate it so much. And leaving comments is always helpful later in the video version. You guys have been commenting like crazy in the live stream. Thank you. Subscribe later if you're watching as a video. But you guys here live, thanks so much. Again, the link down there to Discord if you do want to be more part of the family group here where we post fun things. We have a photograph posting thing where we post pictures of wildlife and things like that. And we talk about Lord of the Rings, and I can give you good updates. I have updates there, and we kinship plans and stuff. Yeah. You guys are, I think you're clicking the buttons. Nice. You did 2-mans, 140s? Nice, Elvin. That's awesome. All right. Well, we will continue it on. Again, I got to go. I got to do a few more things for the channel today, and then I'm going to take a break. All right, guys. Baruch Hazad Kuzade menu. I'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. Again, remember, stay happy no matter where you are in the world, and we'll continue to bring you some more Tolkien content. All right. See you guys. Have a good one, my friends. See you in the next